Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Are we live? Are we live? Hopefully no one actually caught that, because that was a little bit embarrassing, but let me know if we are live. Are we live? Are we live? Why is Duolingo suddenly in my Twitch chat? That's frightening, actually. Duolingo's fucking everywhere, man. They're terrifying. That freaking owl is... That owl is actively like stalking the people who use Duolingo. Are we live? Are we live? Oh shoot. Ah, are we live? Are we live? Okay, whoopsie. Okay. So honestly, I had two ideas for a stream today. One was I was going to chug a bunch of beers and see how fast I can do it. The other was I was going to shoot. What was it? I was going to make a bunch of blue drinks. I was going to break out the blue curacao. I did want to do just the bit I posted on Twitter, which is I totally forget the lines already. I literally just typed it out and I forget the lines. I am on cloud 9. I am feeling good. You can't make me frown today. It's impossible. Life is good. Ugh. Okay, like honestly, and I know I promised I would calm down on like the sports talking on like the sports posting on Twitter and whatnot, but I just wanted to talk about it today. Obviously, we'll be doing it. It's wow, of course, or drinking beers, but man, I've been riding on a high since Thursday Night Football. The New York Giants are my sports team, and I've been so depressed about them lately, honestly. Like, they've been a bad team for like years on end, but they finally had such a great game and like dominated their rival, and everything about that game was just so hype and so fun that I just need to talk about it under the frame of course, well, actually, give me a sec. I should have had a beer ready to begin with. That's on me. But under the frame of chugging some beers, because boy, I've made drinks for myself. I was very happy. I celebrated a lot with food. I didn't celebrate with a drink because, as for one, the game was going on while I was working. For two, I just kind of wanted other drinks at the time, but now I'm just feeling a beer. So I really wanted to drink beers. And I thought, you know what? Last time we did this, it was a while ago. It was like months ago. We chugged 5 beers, and I taught myself how to shotgun. Now that I know how to shotgun beers, I think I can do this better. So I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna time this. I guess we can do it post, because I don't know how to set up timers for this type of stuff, especially because I'm gonna need both hands to like chug the beer. So I'm not 100% sure how I would execute this, but I really want to chug this. I really want to time myself chugging this, see how fast I can get. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. It's gonna be a similar structure to what we did last time we did this, which is I'm gonna chug a beer, then just talk for a while to like sober up a little bit, then chug another beer, talk for a while. So it's gonna be like half this challenge and half Zatsudan, if you don't mind that. Whew. I do want to get started on talking about it. So let's chug this first one. See how far we can get initially. So if I recall correctly, you're supposed to like, so you hold it opposite to the, I think it's better vertical here. You hold it opposite to where the pull tab is. So like pull tab facing you, where you would normally drink it from, up here. And then so you would pop a hole on the other side. So if the hole is on this side, you want that opposite to where you put the hole, where you're gonna chug it from. Because I don't know how the hydrodynamics, is that the word I'm looking for? Or it basically, like, gravity and air is gonna force it down your throat. It's not a pleasant feeling in shotgunning a beer, but we will try. Where did I put down my keys? Somewhere in my pocket. Okay. Here we go. The first one. Alright. This makes me nervous, honestly. This makes me super nervous. Oh my god, that sprayed all over my face. Oh my gosh. Woo! Woo! Oh my god, it's Ned. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? How are you doing? I'm Nonatsu Saktoku. I usually do mixology content. Today I'm chugging beers. Or seeing how fast I can chug beers. And I just chugged my first one and it sprayed all over my face. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. As Ania, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? I'm Nonatsu Saktoku. I normally do mixology content, but today I'm chugging beers. Seeing how fast I can do it. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for the raids. Oh my goodness. Oh man, right when I was about to get into my story. Thank you so much, you guys. Man. Oh my gosh, I made such a mess already. Like, I forgot how carbonated these things were, and they straight up exploded in my face. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo. Oh man. So yeah, I had taught myself how to shotgun beers like a while ago. It must have been several streams ago, but like literally months ago, back when I was still Nonatsu Kazari. But I wanted to see now, months down the line, to see how well I can shotgun them now. It's fun, but it's crazy. Hope the drinks are going well. Yeah, it's just gonna be beer today, but I hope that's enough because it's fun. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way, Azenia. Azenia? Am I saying that right? Let me know. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today, honestly, and I hope you guys don't mind some sports ball talk, but it's all I've been thinking about for the past few days because it was such a huge moment for me as a New York Giants fan. It's the New York Football Giants are obviously the team from New York. Oh yeah, and it's just been a bad few years. Honestly, we've had a lot of trouble at our key positions. If you don't know much about football, basically the most important position is the quarterback because of the fact that he touches the ball every play. He's the one who like guides the offense along. He's the one who makes everything move. And so we've had so much trouble at quarterback, and that's caused everything else to be an issue. And it's just been a rough few years. And so to actually set up the context for this specific game. So that's my team. The opposing team is the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, hey, Moo. Nice seeing you, Moo, on YouTube. It's Ned on Twitch. Hope you guys are doing all right. Yeah. We're just talking about the Thursday night game that I've been so excited about since the past few days, and it's why I'm choosing to chug beers today instead of whatever I wanted to do. Just vibing and winding down. That's awesome. That's awesome. What were you up to earlier? Where was I? Oh yeah, so the Philadelphia Eagles, first of all, they're a hated rival. The Giants-Eagles is a pretty legendary sports rivalry. It's existed for decades. There's been a lot of feuds between these teams. There's been a lot of like chaos and issues with these teams. But the issue with the modern Eagles is that they're extremely good. They've been one of the best teams in the league. And so they've been crushing the entire league. They won the Super Bowl last year. It's just been a bad time because the Giants have been bad, the Eagles have been good, and specifically Eagles versus Giants, like this matchup has not been close. The Eagles have been crushing us all this time. It was also a Thursday game. Giants have been bad on Thursday, and there are two issues with the Thursday game. One, it's the only game that's happening on a Thursday. Two, it's broadcast on national television, so the entire country gets to see this happen, and the Giants have embarrassed themselves quite literally for a decade. 10 years in a row, they have not won a single Thursday night game. It's been humiliating, to say the least. Let alone the fact that some of those games have been against Eagles, and it's that whole rivalry I mentioned. Like fans will literally fight each other in the streets sometimes. Like it's an intense rivalry that's been very one-sided lately. Ugh. But so that goes into that's what's going into this game, and that's normally it's already kind of a hopeless, bleak situation given what's been going on with my team, the Giants, for so long. But it was especially daunting because as an additional very important piece of context, which is why this game I was so emotionally invested in, was our former star running back. Like, if you don't know nothing about football, if the quarterback's the one who touches the ball the most, the running back probably touches it the second most. Oh, the ball touches the ball the second most. He was our star. He was this ultra talented dude, but he just never really performed for us because of the fact that the team was so bad. He didn't really have a support structure. He couldn't put up the stats he wanted. And so he was very frustrated with us. He wanted out. I really don't blame him. I really don't blame him for going to the Eagles. I really don't blame him. I really didn't hold much resentment for him. For even winning the Super Bowl, truly, because we did not help him. We did kind of like mess up his whole contract situation, so he was understandably frustrated with us, and I don't really blame him for any of that. What I do blame him for is this. So he went to the Philadelphia Eagles. He went from our team, a very bad team, to the Philadelphia Eagles, a very good team, and a hated rival. He has an amazing season. He wins the Super Bowl. He is arguably the reason they won the Super Bowl. It is the worst case scenario for the Giants. Like, it is absolutely humiliating. And for various reasons that are too complicated to get into if you're not a non-football fan, he's it was right to let him go. It's just that the circumstances could not be worse for us. Pats, were you a Patriots fan, or did you have devastating losses to the Patriots? Moo. Yeah. So, all of that context, once again, I don't blame him for any of that, though, because, like, a player wants to worry about his money, his legacy, etc. I'm not going to blame him for that. What I am going to blame him for is acting like a whiny little bitch. It's the entire time that he's been gone. He's acting like an ex that married a rich husband and then can't shut up about her ex. Because he's now announcing a documentary. Oh, Pats as in the verb. I meant, okay, I get what you mean. Okay, but so his name is Saquon Barkley. That's the name of the star running back. His name is Saquon Barkley, and he's that week on the Thursday night game, right after the Thursday night game, rather, he was going to release a documentary called Saquon, where he was basically just gonna try to expose the Giants. He was gonna be like, oh yeah, they abused me for 4 years. I would have taken a contract for 10 million instead of 13 million. I was gonna they never rewarded my loyalty, etc., etc. And it's like, first of all of that is lies. Second of all, dude, you won your Super Bowl. Like, why are you still concerned about us? 3, like, why are you trying to drag your former or franchise through the mud? Because it's sort of like there's already depression among Giants fans. Oh, we're gonna get blown out. It's Thursday night football. We're cursed on Thursday night football. We can't win it. We haven't won it in 10 years. We haven't won it in 10 years. We're gonna get blown out. The Eagles are such a great team. We're so injured right now because, like, on top of being a bad team, we've been injured like crazy. So a lot of our star players aren't playing and won't be playing. Our best player is currently dealing with a massive injury that kept him out the whole season. Oh, hi, NJ. How are you doing? I'm chugging beers. I chugged my first one. I'm gonna chug another one after the prelude of this story, but I just have so much to talk about like sports stuff and why I've been so happy this week. And it's because of how happy I've been all week. I've just been wanting to chug beers in celebration just because I've been so excited. And I want to see how fast I can chug a beer. I don't have any idea how to actually time it to actually put an accurate speed run thing on it, but I do want to see how fast I can do it, and maybe in post I can calculate it. The first one, you can see how moist it is. It exploded in my face. It was actually kind of scary, but it was funny. Oh no, not the toxic sports ex-athlete. Most of my sports knowledge is from my mom being a diehard Lakers fan back in the 80s and 90s. Okay, yeah. No, so I remember the reason my friend got semi into sports is because we're both weebs, we're both anime otaku, and I got really into it after hearing a bunch of stories from a YouTuber named John Boyce. And yeah, John Boyce is one of the GOAT YouTubers because he's such a great storyteller, because he's very into sports. He loves the pageantry of sports. He loves the romance of sports. And he tells stories in a way that you don't have to care about sports to be fascinated by the story. And that's what got me into sports, is like, you have these stories that go way beyond the sport itself. And that's why sports is so interesting. It's about the storylines. It's about, oh my God, this guy, this F1 driver was cursed in his home race and always crashes during his home race and disappoints his home fans. But then when he finally won it, he almost crashed again because he was crying while crossing the finish line. Or like the story I'm about to tell you now, or like just the dramatic collapse during one of causing one of the most dramatic ironies in sports with the 28-3 comeback, etc. And so, like, there's so many amazing moments in sports that go way beyond the sport itself. That's it's part of why people get so into sports. And it took me a while because I was a nerd, you know. I watched anime, I played video games. Like, God, why do I need sports? Sports are for jocks and like other assholes. And it's like, no, sports are awesome. And that's why, like, I just really wanted to tell this story, because it very honestly, like, impacted my life so dramatically with how amazing this game ended up being. It's why I wanted to talk about it. But anyway, so yeah, Saquon Barkley. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, I should probably greet everyone. I'm so sorry. Yeah, as an I, it's Ned, Moo, NJ, Ninjonic. Hello, everyone from that raid. Thank you so much for the raids. I was spoiled for sports teams where I grew up, baseball in particular. Yeah, I mean, so that's the irony of mine, because like I'm from the West Coast. I have a lot of sports teams I could have rooted for that were great. The Seahawks, the 49ers, like the Giants, the San Francisco Giants, the baseball team, etc. I've never ever been to the East Coast, and so like there's no reason for me to be a New York Giants fan, but I am, and I've been so invested into this team even though they suck. Anyways, back to the story. So Saquon Barkley, our former star running back and now the star running back for the hated Eagles. Again, I don't blame him for anything, but he decided to make himself insufferable because of the fact that he started bad-mouthing the Giants again. He started going to... Oh my gosh, Chivadi, thank you so much for the gift sub to Azania. Thank you. It means so much, man. It really does. Man, I can't stop winning this week. It really feels like I can't stop winning. Oh my God, West Coast gain, hell yeah. God, I keep getting distracted. Saquon Barkley badmouths the Giants once again. It's like, come on, dude, you've won everything. Why do you have to do this? And he's putting out a documentary on Thursday night, right after the game. It's going to go live right after the game. And we're already depressed. Thursday night is such a curse for us. We've lost it 10 times in a row. We've lost to the Eagles however many times in a row. It's been a few years since we beat them. Like, everything's going wrong. And now there's all these stories. Now there's an ad hit. That's such a shady timing. I'm so sorry. Come over to the YouTube if you don't want ads. There's no ads on the YouTube, but if you prefer Twitch, I appreciate you no matter which side you're on. So we're already depressed about all that, and now we're hearing stories about, and I will have taken $10 million And I would done this and that. And so he's spraying these lies, which I'll get to in a second. But like all the media outlets, all the like Giants news and Eagles news and national football news is being like, oh man, look at this story. Like listen to these rumors that have been and spread it across the Giants and how they've abused their players for so long, and like look at how other players are responding, former Giants players, and they're weighing in on how terrible the Giants organization is. It's like, so there's another organization called the Browns. I bring them up because as it really feels like Saquon Barkley is trying to turn us into the Browns. The Browns are also a historically bad franchise. Now, here's the thing. The Giants were a once proud franchise. Throughout the 80s and 90s, they were a great team. Throughout the 2000s, they were a very scrappy team. And then, like, lately, in the past decade, they've been really bad. But the Browns, for the entirety of their existence since the 2000s, have been a terrible team. And not just terrible, no one even feels bad for them anymore, because they, in an attempt to try to save themselves, they traded for a known predator, a known alleged predator. And so like no, that guy, I mean, he was a great player, but he's a horrible person. And that guy stopped being good. And so they just mortgaged their future for this guy who is not good anymore. And now they're terrible and no one cares about them. That's what Saquon Barkley was trying to do to the Giants. And you have the entire media turning against us. You have the entire media being like, oh, the Giants abusing their players. The Giants like screwed over Saquon. The Giants, and so like the Giants have always been this scummy, and they're not. They're so terrible to their players. And he's trying to turn us into the Browns. He's trying to make it so we're not just a bad team as we've been for the past 10 years. He's trying to turn us into the Browns, make it so that no one even feels bad for us anymore. And so I'm just depressed up until Thursday. I'm so like not in for it. I'm so not doing it. There's exactly one thing that could have made things better. Well, two things technically, which we'll get to. There was exactly one thing that could make things better, but I wasn't sure if it would actually happen. You know what? That actually feels like a fun cliffhanger to leave the story while I chug the second beer. Because like I said, there won't be any sad boy this stream. Even there's usually like a bit of a sad boy segment, and that part probably is a little bit of a sad boy segment, but like it's setting up what's gonna end up being a great story if you're a Giants fan. If you're an Eagles fan, maybe cover your ears for the rest of the stream, because this is when the story finally turns to the Giants' favor, and why I've been so happy this week. Because up until that point, I was depressed because of all this negative news, because I was expecting the worst out of this game, etc. Let me go grab the second beer, and let's see how fast we can chug that one. I'm Sat King, don't worry. Alright. No worries. He says, sorry I stream so late at night. I know this is not a convenient time for anyone, but it's the best time I can stream. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ow! Just it's a remind for anyone who's new to this. Let's see here. So whenever you want to shotgun a beer, wherever you're supposed to drink it from, like right up here. So pull tab facing you, place you're supposed to drink from there, and you're supposed to pop a hole on the opposite side. I don't know how exactly that works, but apparently like the hydrodynamics, I'm not sure what the right like scientific thing is. It's basically like gravity or the fluid dynamics or whatever it is gonna make like all the liquid in this can just spurt out also at a much more rapid rate through that hole you create if you open both at the same time. And then then I should be able to chug this lightning fast. However, it's also kind of a breathing exercise because I can't breathe for like the 3 seconds I'm like being flooded by beer. Well, more than that because I'm not a fast chugger yet. Alright, here we go. And this time I'm going to try to move my head away so that it doesn't like blow up in my face again. Oh, that was much faster. Oh, that was much faster. Hell yeah. Woo! Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is not that is not pleasant to do though. Oh, but I'm feeling good though. Oh my god, I do love me a nice cold can of beer. Oh. Excuse me, feeling belchy. There we go, guy out. The thing is, like, you're getting all that carbonation all at once too, so it makes you belch like crazy. Whew. So where was I? Our one hope. Now, I don't know how many of you watch Star Wars, but this year has been episode 4. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Oh, chugging a beer is intense, man. It makes it is pretty unpleasant, honestly. It tastes good, but the feeling of all that liquid gushing down your throat is very unpleasant. Okay. If you've ever watched Star Wars, we're in episode 4. Episode 4 is called A New Hope. We do have a young quarterback named Jackson Dart. Now, in the NFL in particular, rookies have a hard time adjusting to the speed of the NFL. It is a massively physical game. It is a massively intelligent game. Like, you need to be able to process a ton of information within 2 seconds in this game. You have to, especially at quarterback, which as I mentioned at the beginning, quarterback has been our issue this whole time. Like he touches the ball the most, he makes the most decisions, and so he's so much of the offense is driven by the quarterback. And so we have a young rookie quarterback, 21 years old, fresh off the bench. We just drafted him, and we were planning on just saying him for as long as possible, but we decided 2 weeks ago, no, our old guys aren't doing it. We really need to just see what the kid has. And he's got spunk. He's really good. He's he's really good at running. He's really good at scrambling. If he's not great at like the decision making yet, like pass the ball here, do this, do that, and like really making the offense hum, but boy can he run. And so that's enough if you're young. So like, okay, if he doesn't read the play fast enough, he can just run for extra yards, get a few first downs, etc. Basically, in football, as long as you make progress, you get to try again. And then so, if you get 10 yards, or it's you, let's say you have like 3 lives. You have 3 lives to get 10 yards. If you get 10 yards, or it's in 3 lives, your lives reset. You're back to 3. And then so he's good at using his legs. He's doing that, but he's been inconsistent. But you know, we expect that from him. He's young. He's still learning. That's fine. Like his first game was pretty decent. His second game was really, really bad. But at least he's promising. And then the third game was this game against the hated Eagles, who we think are just gonna blow us out. Who we think are just gonna beat us badly. Jackson Dart, our young 21-year-old rookie quarterback, is a huge Star Wars fan. In fact, he wears oops, wrong one. On like on this eye, on his right eye, your left, my right, on his right eye, he wears a unique eye black. So it's like this weird makeup that's a sports athletes use. It's mostly just to like really get into character, get into role, get hype for the game. He wears a black. He wears a black like eye makeup thing during games because he's inspired by Anakin Skywalker. He is, and honestly, I hope he's our guy for the future. I hope he's our guy for the next 10 years because I get to make prequel memes until the end of time. I can make prequel memes for the next like 10 years if he's our guy. So, he does that. There's so many Star Wars references referring to him as our new hope, as our savior, as a Sith Lord, whatever you want. And he's very cool. He's very fun to watch, and he's very cool. And so the game starts, and of course Saquon Barkley, that snake, man, that's absolute asshole. Man, and I think I forgot to talk about it a bit, but you know what? So we'll save that towards the end, and because I think it will be relevant at the end. And he gets off to a hot start. He breaks off a big run. He breaks off a second big run. And it's like, it's gonna be one of those games again, ain't it? It's gonna be one of those games now, ain't it? But it's like it kind of slows down. Jalen Hurts is kind of inconsistent. Jalen Hurts is the opposing quarterback. He's been really good. He won the Super Bowl last year. He's been a very solid passer, etc. He's been relatively inconsistent though, and our defense is doing a good job holding them down. It should be noted that the Giants defense is actually pretty talented. They haven't been well coached, but they're pretty talented. And they're actually holding their own against the Eagles tonight. And we managed to hold off Saquon after those first 2 big runs. We managed to hold off their offense, which has been electric. They get held to a field goal. Our young kid steps out onto the field for the first time, rips a huge deep ball. And another piece of context: we have our own superstar. However, he's injured right now. He hurt himself really badly. We're not going to see him until next year. So that really sucks, and we're trying to piece it together with who we have and like there's very few people, especially because we were already a bad team. So like us going into like our depths or like backups is really, really bad for us. But regardless, is our young kid tosses a long ball, just throws it deep to one of the guys we literally just signed on. Like, we're literally one of the new guys who has not proven himself at all at the NFL, and makes this huge play. And then, we're already close to the Eagles' end zone. We set up a play. They cover it well. Jackson Dart, our young kid, does what he does best right now, and just like runs and like jukes out a guy and dashes into the end zone. It was absolutely fantastic run. He scores 7 points. We actually have a lead on the Eagles. Super duper hype. I should actually get caught up on chat. I'm so sorry. So how fast? I think we got to 3 seconds with that last one. That last chug was really, really fast. Hello, by the way, Hacker. How are you doing? I remember this. I forgot that I had my cheerleaders, so I watched many game nights. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Moo. As an Eagles fan, that game hurts. Oh man, I didn't know you were an Eagles fan, NJ. We're gonna have to be rivals at this point. Especially today. I'm a huge Giants fan, and the Giants win last week just made my whole week. So you'll have to excuse me for being insufferable. Yeah, so that was just insane. Like it's exciting. We despite the fact that we're so depleted, we managed to punch him right back. We managed to get a lick in, and it's yeah, I gave up on the suffering that was being a Jets fan and hopped on the Birds bandwagon. Oh man, oh man, dude, the Jets are extra horrible this year. So, you kind of saved yourself there, mate. Still like joking, obviously, but you're a bastard for becoming an Eagles fan. But I get it. They're such a great team right now. They sure are. Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. But that's not the game we're talking about. That's not the game we're talking about right now. But man, their last game was embarrassing. Yeah, so the Eagles and Giants are actually trading punches really well. It's a pretty interesting back and forth game, despite the fact that 1, we have a rookie, 2, we're generally bad, and 3, we're very injured. Now, the Eagles have been inconsistent and are injured too, but they're the Super Bowl winning team. They still have good players, and their depth should be better than ours. So the fact that it's equal at all is already a surprising thing. Now, we managed to get the second. Eagles strike first. We get the second punch in, and we get the third punch in because Jackson Dart leads a good drive. Throws a nice touchdown pass on a crazy scramble play too. He's like running around looking like Fran Tarkenton. I'm making references no one will know if you don't follow football, but he's just running around just trying to find a way to make the play. He throws it to Wan'Dale Robinson, one of our receivers, and he manages to take it all the way to the house. There is this concept in the NFL of elevating your team, and that's something that people have realized with a bunch of the truly great players, is that even when it's proven that the other players aren't necessarily that good, that a very good player will make them play better. And that's what happened here, because our receivers, especially because we're so injured right now, our receivers are not stars. Our receivers are not well known among like football fans, and yet they're playing like superstars. They're playing their hearts out because this kid is injecting so much life into our team. This kid, this young 21-year-old kid that we're starring and is still learning the game, is doing everything he can to win, and that's making everyone else play better for his sake. And so that play was crazy. It was hype. Giants fans are cheering. Like Eagles fans are like, what the hell is going on? Why are we losing to the garbage Giants? And oh my gosh, it was super hype. But the Eagles strike back. And not only do they strike back, they do it in the most infuriating way possible. So have you ever played, like, let's say maybe a fighting game, or maybe some other game with some kind of exploit where it's just like, okay, your opponent, your friend just keeps spamming that one throw that feels unstoppable. Your opponent is exploiting a bug to win at this game, or they're exploiting this unfair game mechanic to keep beating you even though you feel like you should be ahead. You ever have that feeling, just like you're feeling you're getting cheesed out of the game? That's the Eagles have a play like that. We call it the tush push, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You take the let's say this is Jalen Hurts, the Eagles quarterback. Like, they line up, the whole O-line lines up in front of him. The running backs are like right behind him, and literally they snap the ball and just push his ass over the line. Like literally, quite literally, they're just pushing him over the line. It very reliably gets 1 to 2 yards. It very reliably, like it's not an explosive play. Obviously, you have to go 100 yards, but like I said, sometimes for a first down, you just need to get to 10. And 10 at a time before your lives reset. So if you only need 1 or 2 yards, they rely on this play where they literally just push on the butt cheeks of their quarterback and throw him over the top of their line for 1 or 2 yards. It is a very annoying play. It's a very cheap play. It's like exploiting a bug, especially because they're the only ones who are reliably able to do it. Other teams are not very good at doing it for whatever reason. And it does help that, like, Jalen Hurts is an elite athlete, obviously. Like, he squats like 1,000 pounds. He has kind of insanely strong legs. So it does kind of make sense that he can, like, that he has enough like torque, enough drive in his legs to be like pushed over by his butt to frequently convert this 1 or 2 yards. But still, like, it's an annoying play. It's so frustrating to stop. And they ran it 4 times in a row. They were at like the 3 yard line, and they ran it 4 times in a row. It was just absolutely just fucking irritating, agonizing, annoying that they just kept spamming this play until they got into the end zone. And it's like, there's already talks that they're about to ban this play, not necessarily because it's like a cheap play, because as NFL teams will exploit any rule that benefits them. And while I hate it personally and I want it banned, like, there's hardly a good reason to ban it. However, so the rule, so let's get back to this formation. Imagine there's like 7 guys in front of the quarterback. 7 guys in front of the quarterback, 2 guys behind him. So that's 9. The 10th guy is the quarterback himself, and then like 1 guy is on what we call the strong side, wherever you want more protection. So there's going to be 1 guy on the strong side, so that's 11. The rule is no one's allowed to move until the quarterback actually has the ball. Otherwise, that's called a false start, and you can't do that. consistently during these tush push plays, someone is moving early and the refs never catch it. And it's been pissing everyone off, even people who defend the tush push as a play. And therefore, that's why the play is going to be banned. And the Eagles are just fucking trolling. They're like, oh, we're going to run it 4 times in a row on national television. No one can stop it. Fuck you guys. And it's like, dude, that's so irritating that you guys are just us doing that shit. And so they spam that play, they get into the end zone, they take the lead. It's now 17-14. Like, it's still a close game. It's still relatively I'm glad that our team is keeping it competitive. Like, we're literally one of the worst teams versus the Super Bowl champs. And so it's good that we're competitive, but man, it was so annoying that play happened 4 times in a row. So we drive back. We get a field goal. It was just kind of methodical, kind of non-exciting, but we managed to get our field goal in. Then something goes wrong. Now, I mentioned before that the Eagles have been inconsistent this year. The Eagles have been in like weird, and they've been consistent 3 years in a row, let's be honest. But they've been so talented that it doesn't matter. Or they just have this ridiculously stacked roster filled with superstar players. Just every now and then, the Eagles, not every now and then, frequently, but then just like in the context of a game, every now and then they just sputter. They're like missing easy passes. They're getting stuffed at the line. They're not making much progress. But they're just stumbling through anyways because 1, they have the cheaty tush push. 2, they are talented enough to kind of brute force their way into good drives anyways. And so they're just marching down the field but in an inconsistent manner. They're wasting time. They're wasting in timeouts as they're trying to like close out the half, because the thing is, but at the end of 2 quarters, so before the half and at the end of the game, obviously, there's no more possessions. Like you don't get to start where you left off at halftime. Whatever happens, it's basically a reset. So they're marching down the field, but super slowly and super like inconsistently and wasting so much time. And so it's 20 to 17. The Giants are up. And for whatever reason, this hyper efficient Eagles offense somehow stops being efficient and just doesn't manage to score points at the end of the half. Very weird. Very weird. Might be the cause of something, but 1 is the Eagles. They're a great team. They might figure it out in the second half. 2, it's the Giants. They'll find a way to choke away this game, right? Right? So we go into halftime. Giants are up barely, 20-17, and it's shaping up to be an interesting game. And boy, especially if you're a Giants fan, the interest just keeps ramping up. So I will be right back. I come from a New England sports family. The Celtics, the Bruins, the Patriots, a really loud sports family, so it drove me away entirely. I can see why sports families can be annoying. I know my dad has had a lot to cheer about in the past few years with our local sports teams, and so yeah, I mean, like I never hated sports. I've never really liked sports until recently, and it's mostly just football. But be right back. I'm gonna get a 3rd beer, and we can talk about it's the second half. So we got into the pregame and all the drama leading up to the pregame. We got the first half down. I'm so excited to talk about the second half, but I'll be right back. Let me grab another beer. So I couldn't tell how much the first beer took. I think it took me a good, like, probably 7 to 10 seconds. It wasn't that good, but I was also, like, pretty nervous. The second one went down instantly. It feels like I got through the second beer in, like, 3 seconds. So I think that's good. That being said, that's why I was off screen as I was chugging it down. For you guys at home, I want you, like if either if you guys are timing me at home, or for my editor in the future, if you see me doing this challenge, do it from the moment I pop it open. The moment I pop it open to when I say it back down. Okay? So that'll be the timing. So I guess the other one would have been like 10 to 13 seconds, and the last one would have been like 7 to 10 seconds. Alright, let's see how fast we can do this one. Alright. God, this makes me nervous every time. Ugh. Okay, no, I'm getting better. I didn't even feel like I choked that much. Yeah, woo! Woo! We'll have plenty to woo about also in the second half. I promise you that. So the character I want to bring up next, so we introduced Saquon, the traitor, as it were, the dude who was a former Giant who went to the Hated Eagles and is now trying to drag our names through the mud. We've introduced you to Jackson Dart, the new hope, the savior of the potential savior of the Giants, and is the young kid, only 21 years old, learning how to play still, but like doing a good job regardless, despite not really knowing how to play right now, and keeping it close against the Hated Eagles. Yes, I'll consider Jalen Hurts a third character, because I think it's important to talk about Jalen Hurts. Snakequan. Oh, Moo. Moo. Yes. Snakequan is what I've really been wanting to call him this whole time, but yes. Saquon Barkley is our first character that I mentioned. Jackson Dart's our second character. I would say Jalen Hurts is our third character. I haven't mentioned him much, but he is the opposing quarterback, as I mentioned. He's very physically talented as well. He's the reason the tush push exists. He's the reason why he's been a pretty good player, if not, despite being an inconsistent player, which we'll get to. And then we're introducing our fourth character, and arguably the most important character in this story. Cameron Scataboo. I'm not even 100% sure how to pronounce his name, because the way you spell his name implies that his name should be Scatabo, but everyone says Scataboo. So I don't know. I think actually, so I'm both getting a little drunk, and I think the drunk face is the correct mood to be in to talk about Cam Scataboo. In fact, let's take the hat off too. Let's let our hair loose, as it were. Whew. Scataboo is a fucking psychopath, I swear. So I didn't really mention him in Am I in trouble? No, no, no. Oh, I love you for saying Snake One. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't mention him, but so does the math add up? So we're at 14, then 17, then 24, then 35. How did he get his third? Because we had the Dart touchdown, then we had the Wandale touchdown, then we had... Oh, no. Okay, no, I messed up. So the reason we're at 20 isn't because of a field goal, it's because at the goal line, and I didn't mention him intentionally, but at the goal line, we did give it to our new young rookie running back. So again... important character here, Saquon, the first character we mentioned, the guy who betrayed us, was a star running. I mean, still is a star running back. He's extremely talented. Look up a picture of Saquon Barkley. He's insanely muscular. He's super fast. He's super strong. He's super agile. He is if you were to build a running back in a lab, it would look like Saquon, because Saquon is one of the most talented running backs to ever exist. And he used to play for us, so we know how insanely talented he is. Scatterboogie, man. Oh yeah. I should probably drink some water. In fact, let me go grab some water. That's probably a good idea. Give me a second. Oh, I'd have to go for the kneecaps to win the fight against him. Oh, yeah. And that's actually happened before. Or unfortunately, no running back's knees are ever their strong point. And unfortunately, so many running backs get injured by their knees. It's just sad. Like, it doesn't matter if it was Saquon or not. Like, it's sad to see someone's career gets potentially damaged for good because of a knee injury. Thankfully, he recovered from that. Unthankfully, he then started playing for the hated Eagles. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Saquon, absolutely giga talented, all that. Before Cam Scatterboo, we did have another rookie, a young running back that we drafted named Tyrone Tracy. He's very good too. He's been fun. He's been awesome. But he's not going to be a character in this specific story. I am very happy to have Tyrone Tracy though. So just know that we do have multiple running backs for the people who do know football. For the people who don't know football, don't worry about Tyrone Tracy. Like the adventurers from Skyrim, I used to be a running back like you, and then I took an injury to the knee. I managed to get tendonitis in the knee at 15 going up too many stairs and hills. Oh god, yeah, no, the knees are like really sensitive for some reason. I don't know how you're ever supposed to train them, and I guess that's a real issue, is because like even professional athletes who are as athletic as possible, like Saquon Barkley, they can get knee injuries pretty easily. So I guess there's just no good way to train them right now. Anyways. So, holy shit, Autumn Heart, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you. I'm sorry that I don't have better benefits right now on Twitch. I need to figure out a way to do that, but thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Where was I? Oh, yeah. God, I keep getting sidetracked. So, oh yes, we have Saquon, and then and then this year we drafted a kid named Cam Scadaboo. And boy, is he insane. He is genuinely crazy. He is genuinely, like, if you just watch just any, like, content about Cam Scadaboo, like, his own teammates are, like, lovingly are calling him an idiot. He's loud. He's obnoxious. He's like, he'll always say the wrong thing, but boy, he'll say it loud. He's such a character. And the thing is, he's strong. Autumn Heart's my Twitch account. I wanted to contribute but couldn't find a working dono. Oh yeah, I probably need to fix my Twitch dono. My stream elements dono link. I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much, Moo. I really appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Hopefully one of these days we can have like YouTube members too. Moo or Heart or Fire names. Gotcha. I'm probably gonna say Moo because it's your username. I probably won't remember Heart because I'm getting drunk all the time. So sorry if you have a preference. Yeah, just Cam Scadaboo is crazy, and he's been clearly our running back one. You're all good, happy to support. I deeply appreciate you. Thank you so much for being such an eager and active participant in chat, and thank you for the support, like the financial support. It really does matter lately. I really don't want to do this, but I've been thinking about like putting a little bit of whatchamacallit, like a dono goal thing of like, and we don't have to meet it every month, just every little bit helps. But I was thinking about putting a little dono goal thing up, like maybe above my avatar or something, for rent. Like, okay, any donos help me pay rent. Yeah, just because like money's been really tight lately. I really worry about the next time I need to do a legit bottle run, because like buying new bottles of alcohol always costs me like a few $100s. Anyways, yeah, so that's Cam Scadaboo. He's the psychopath. He's an idiot. He's crazy. He's very loud. You know what else he is? Very good at football. So, just to give you a little bit of notes of like his play style, it's twofold. One, just from a completely analytical point of view, he was second place behind Austin Genty. He's not going to be a character. You don't really need to know much about him. Just know that Austin Genty was considered the best potential rookie. The best potential rookie in in this draft class. So it's Austin Genty was the running back everyone wanted, but only one team can get him. Whatever. It wasn't going to be us. It was never going to be us. That's fine. 100% fine. Right. Then there's a lot of pick your flavor of running back, but the thing about Genty that made him so good is the fact that he can break tackles. Now, if you've ever watched a football game, yeah, it's a physical sport, and it's like it's grown men trying to tackle each other, trying to knock each other over, trying to hit each other. And Genty was the best running back to do that. Genty was able to just shrug off tackles, even if they were 100 pounds heavier than him, with ease. Awesome. And he was It's, and he was fast as hell. He was shifty as hell, etc. He was like one of the most perfect running backs you can see. How fast can a VTuber chug a beer? Wrong question. Real question is how fast can they chug a glass of Barbican ice cream flavored moonshine? That actually sounds kind of legit, man. I would love that. I would definitely try chugging that, but I also think I would pass out instantly. Nice to meet you, Randall. How are you doing? No worries, I can always tweak my YouTube name to you. All right. I mean, obviously, do what you want to. No worries, no pressure. Do whatever you want with your username. Trust, I'm a West Girl girly. I gay. Oh man, money is tight, and I chose to be a streamer to try to help with that. And so I chose the hard path, but it's fun. I think you should always take the fun route. Once the dono link's fixed, it's over. Oh yeah, okay, I definitely need to work on that then. There are a couple things I needed to work on with my stream elements. Fixing the dono link is a big one. Shout out to the time I saw a poor athlete do a head-only cartwheel. High school football was wild. Jesus, that's some flexibility. Actually, that's relevant to Cam Scatterboo, so that we'll get to him. I'm good, how are you? Drunk. And I love it. I'm talking about the Thursday night football game because I'm a big New York Giants fan, and I'm so thrilled to do that. And in between in the chapters of the story, I will be chugging beers, so don't worry. The beer chugging is still happening. It's just that it won't be the only content of this stream. I wanted to chug beers as a frame to be able to drunkenly talk about one of my favorite games I've ever watched. I switched to YouTube. Okay, nice to see you on YouTube, Chibidi. How are you doing? Anyway. Hi, drunk. I'm Moohart. Hello, Moohart. Hello, Poke. How are you doing? I'm getting there myself, drinking some of that moonshine I mentioned. Nice. I need to try some moonshine. That sounds lovely right now. Should I do an American Truck Simulator stream? Do whatever you want. That actually sounds fun. I know you love simulator games, Poke. But drunk. Oh my god, those are funny. It's like I tried driving drunk legally, and it's like just them playing a driving game while drunk. If I could do video game streams, I can't do it with this laptop, sadly. If I could do video game streams, I would definitely do F1 drunk. I would definitely try to do F1 like serious, like not trolling, but serious F1, but I'm drunk, so it's like really hard. Yeah. Anyways, god, I keep getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry. Okay. So that's a Genty. He's the best one. And there's various metrics that can help you determine what makes a good running back. But that broken tackle ability is definitely one of the biggest things. Like, oh, someone's trying to tackle you and you make them miss, or you make them not be able to. Like, they hit you, but they can't bring you down. That's the thing Genty was number one at. In addition to being number one at a lot of things. So obviously Genty was the star of the class, but he's not a character in the story. Who is a character in the story is the guy I'm mentioning, that psychopath named Cam Scatterboo. Cam Scatterboo, he was a 4th rounder, and for pretty good reason. He was really slow. Like, he ran a 4.640. Obviously that's great for normal human beings, but for a running back, that's really slow. That's really slow. So, like, he's not he's not necessarily a fast guy. He's not necessarily that agile. He's in general, like look up Cam Scataboo. His last name is, I think, Skattebo. Cam Scataboo. He looks kind of big, honestly. Like, obviously he's muscular as hell, but the way his muscle structure looks, he actually looks kind of fat instead of muscular. Like, it's a weird build. And also he's very short for an NFL player. He's 5'9", which is above average for a male. It is very, 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 very below average for an NFL player. So he's very small. He's very small. He's very slow. He's explosive. He can jump really high. Hey, Skebby. Oh my God, Moo. Come on, Moo. Please. I was listening to Hockey on YouTube and you on Twitch before. Oh, okay. Thank you regardless for the shout, man. Hockey is amazing too. I wish I had more time to watch him. How tall are NFL players? They usually range from like 5'10" to like 6'3". So like he's 5'9". He's pretty small. You know, it's funny because I was watching an HTD episode after my own stream, and now I'm here. That's awesome. Yeah, I need to keep up with How to Drink. He's if we're referring to normal YouTubers as our Oshis, like he's probably my Oshi. I think they call that strong fat. Yeah. I'm sure as fuck he sounds like a tree to me. Sure, yeah. I mean, 5'9" still tall for human beings. That's short for NFL players. Anyways, so yeah, like he's not this perfect athlete, but he's second place in forced missed tackle rate. He is, so Genty was that like godly human being I was talking about earlier. Cam Scataboo, despite all his other flaws, is second place in forced missed tackle rate. No one could bring that dude down. Oh no, he's insanely strong for his size. He's so much stronger than he looks. And if you watch him on like, if you watch him in college, like, oh, he's shrugging off dudes, he's like bullying dudes, he's like a little bowling ball because he's so small, but he's like running over dudes who are way taller than him. It's like, it was crazy, but people weren't sure if that plays in the NFL. That's why he was taken pretty late, 4th round. Like, we'll see. Let's see how well his game translates. He has translated beautifully. He is already one of the best backs in the league. So we have Jackson Dart, our second character that we mentioned, our young 21-year-old quarterback, and now we have Cam Scataboo, our young running back. Remember, Saquon used to be our running back. But then he betrayed us. So now we have Cam Scataboo, our young rookie running back, and he is there. It was funny. So last week, we lost to the Saints, but one of their stars was like, dude, that kid runs like a bad little kid, man. Like it as a form of respect. Like, oh my God, he's like so strong, so agile, despite being so short. And it's like, holy shit, he already has respect from like veteran players. And this game, so that's what happened in the first half that I didn't tell you about, is that he ran in and he legit like put his shoulder into a dude. Like, okay, so he was met with some resistance, but it was like relatively open gap, but like there's always someone there to tackle you. And like he shrugged him off like it was nothing, just hit into his shoulder into the other dude and walked into the end zone easily. And that's why we have 20 points right now. So one of them was a Jackson Dart scramble, one of them was a Jackson Dart run, one of them was a Jackson Dart throw, and one of them was a Cam Scataboo, who just normal play, but it set the tone for what's to come. In the second half, we started to use Scaboo way more. And Poke mentions it. I wonder if low center of gravity helps that sort of thing. Yeah, it actually does. So there's a rule, there's kind of a saying in the NFL that's called low man wins. And that's why you see O-linemen squat so much. You see why D linemen and try to be as low as possible, because they're trying to go bottom up with all their moves to try to like get leverage on people. And that's how it makes it easier to overpower people. And so Scaboo, being a short back, being a strong back, is just fucking running through people all of the second half. He's there's obviously some more big plays from Jackson Dart. He's so exciting to watch. He's making some big throws. Some of them are even dropped. He's making big throws. He's running around as he usually does. He's doing a good job. And then every now and then he gives it to Cam Scaboo, who's just gonna run through a motherfucker's face. He's just gonna like, just like, you know, like he runs through people so effectively, and even people who are way bigger than him. He's like 220 pounds, but then he's taking someone who's like 300 pounds and moving them backwards because of the way he hits them, and then just like diving into people, trucking people, just absolutely like running through the Eagles defense. And he manages to score or 2 more touchdowns over the course of the game, including like a couple plays where it's like, okay, one of their star defensive players, or it's like he literally just knocks them to the floor. Like they're about to crash into each other, and this is Scaboo, this is their star Cooper DeJean, and you just boom, and then the Cooper DeJean just falls over. And then like another guy, a star player named Zach Bond, is just like it's a sideways play where they're trying to like go over, so they're converging on each other, and then Scaboo just bam, and then just knocks this guy who is a highly respected player, Zach Bond, just on his ass, and then continues running. And it's like, what the fuck? This kid is crazy. He like, again, look him up. He just looks like this psychotic frat boy. Just this white round frat boy. And he's just running over professional NFL players, despite being so much smaller than them too. And like you said, Moohart, like that implies that like NFL players are not human. Like, these guys are like top 1% of 1% athletes, and he's just like running over them like a bulldozer, despite being so short. Like that's why bowling ball is the better example, because he's just knocking dudes over despite being shorter than them. And it's absolutely insane. And then you get like, and then so like he's doing it, we're all having a good time. You mentioned it earlier about whatchamacallit, let me just check real fast. The poor athlete do a head-only cartwheel. Cam Scaboo. So like a lot of NFL players have like a signature celebration they do anytime they score. Or Cam Scaboo's celebration is that he will do a backflip. He will just remember, he's like a short, kind of wide guy. I won't say he's fat because he's very muscular. It's just that his muscles look fat. His celebration is that he just does a backflip, and it's like, how does a guy that shape do a backflip? Scadaboom! Oh, we gotta use that. We gotta use that. Another fun one we've been using is Bam Bam Cam. Yeah. So, like, he's doing backflips, and that's crazy for two reasons. One, like I mentioned, like, how does a guy that shape do a backflip? Second of all, our stadium has a bad reputation for causing injuries because we have artificial turf instead of real grass. And like the artificial turf is really troublesome because it's too hard, it's too stiff. It causes a lot of impact on players' legs, and so people consistently hurt their legs here, tearing their Achilles, tearing their ACL. The knee injuries we talked about, it happens so often in our stadium. And so it's like dangerous to even play on the stadium, let alone be jumping around and doing shit. And yet Cam Scabu's here just doing backflips for fun, just because he's excited. And it's like, dude, I wish he would stop doing that because I'm pretty sure he's going to injure himself. But also, he's so exciting to watch because, you know, he's so strong. He's knocking dudes on their ass. He's a psychopath. He's always screaming. He's always yelling. And he's scoring and he's celebrating on. And then so, like, he's like doing backflips in the end zone and all that. And it's so exciting. And that doesn't even... And we haven't brought up the Eagles in a while. That's because the Eagles have not been doing anything. Whatever... We've talked about it. The Eagles have been inconsistent. They found some consistency this game. Being consistently bad. They haven't been able to move the ball at all lately. Their quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who is a very, very talented quarterback. There's a reason he got paid $50 million a year. There's a reason why he's beloved in Philadelphia. There's a reason why, like, people respect his game and his mentality is because he has an insane amount of talent. But he's very inconsistent. He hasn't been hitting his passes. He hasn't been able to scramble that much because as his O-line is no longer elite. The people protecting him are no longer elite. So our defense has been managing to get to him. Saquon, the traitor, the guy who betrayed our team, is not getting anywhere. And because of Jalen Hurts' inconsistency, their star wide receivers, who I actually like, that's why they're not villains in this story, and I haven't talked about them much. But that's AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, the wide receivers, the pass catchers for the Eagles, have not been getting inconsistent production. And in fact, one of their wide receivers was wide open, like straight up wide open. Here's like their receiver, and here's our nearest defenders. Like they're like miles off, and so Devontae Smith is wide open, and Jalen Hurts misses it. If Jalen Hurts gets it to Devontae Smith, that's an easy touchdown, and that was scary. That was a scary moment as a Giants fan. Yeah, that thing hurts to even kneel on. Yeah, I don't think I've been on much turf. I think our high school football field was real grass. So, yeah, I wouldn't know what it was like to be on turf. But I can imagine that being not great. The Eagles watching Scatter bowling ball knock over this 660 me. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my god, it was so awesome to watch. Yeah. But yeah, so Jalen Hurts has an inconsistent. Saquon Barkley has not been doing anything. And just ultimately, like we're up 34-17. Like it's a great day. It's truly been a great day for us Giants fans, but we've experienced heartbreak too many times consistently. We're like, oh, this game's they can still come back. Maybe they can still do something. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. Jalen Hurts throws an interception, which is to say, instead of his own team, our team catches it, which means we steal the ball back. Not only do we steal the ball back, until you tackle the guy who stole the ball, we run it back. Like, almost all the way. And that's why we got to 34. Like, it was like, what? It was 27-17. A very winnable game. It's still relatively close. It's not close, but it's relatively close. But it's like we manage, and our defense has been bad for years. But we steal the ball away. We're running it back. We almost score again. And then we do eventually score anyways. And it's like, oh my god, we might actually win this game. But we're like, it's still like, we're so pessimistic these days. I was like, but there's still 10 minutes left. There's still a chance for the Eagles. No, they fumble it. And we get it back once again. And now it's like, oh my god. We actually won. We finally won. Like, I'm tearing up right now. I almost broke down crying at work because it was like, holy shit, this actually happened. We have actually destroyed the Eagles. Oh my god. And so there's still like 6 minutes left technically, but like the game's over at this point because it's like, okay, we're gonna bleed out the clock. There's not gonna be much time left even if they do it. But so like we're already feeling confident that we're like 99% sure to win the game and it's gonna be over. But then it's like to really seal the nail in the coffin. So there's something we call the 4-minute offense, which is to say you're not actually trying to score. You're trying to burn as much time as possible to make it impossible for your opponent to have the time to come back on you. And so like we're just running 4-minute offense now. We're trying to we're just consistently giving the ball to Scabu, giving the ball to Scabu, giving the ball to Scabu. It's very predictable. And so like you know, you should expect for it to get stopped. And we haven't been able to run 4-minute offense often, and let alone to completion. Right? But no, the Eagles have basically given up. The Eagles are like queen. You can see that they don't want to tackle old Scabu anymore. You can see that he's gained like 5, 6, 10 yards to carry. You see their will game broken, and I was just like, oh my god. Let me just like, because there is a specific example that I think like really sums up my feelings. Where is it? It's gonna be another Uma Musume thing, to be honest, but not that one. But let's see. Still in Love, Uma Musume, Victory. Sure, and let me just pull this up on screen right now. So de wa teiemu apuro. Okay, yeah, there we go. Hopefully this is visible. Yeah, I legit at work just fell to my knees in absolute delight, right? As as we're just like committing to this 4-minute offense, consistently consistently gain first downs, bleeding the clock away, making it impossible for the Eagles to come back. And it's just, yeah, the light at the end of the tunnel is one hell of a rush, and it's just so brilliant. And we absolutely broke their will, and we managed to do a victory formation for once in our goddamn lives. A victory formation is an intentional kneel down, which is to say, like, you're intentionally surrendering the play. Only the winning team ever does this because it's a way to kill the rest of the clock, so that's everyone can go home. And then we managed to do victory formation. Jackson Dart kneels out the rest of the game, and it's so satisfying. We blew out the Eagles. It still doesn't feel real. We blew out the fucking Eagles. Our hated rivals, with a hated traitorous player, with a hated, just like a hated fan base. Just, oh, it felt so good. It felt so good to finally get one over on him, and it's absolutely delightful. Like, everyone's singing the praises of the Giants now. All the national media is like, oh my god, the Giants finally found their guy. Like, they're so fun to watch. Like what's wrong with the Eagles, which we'll get to. Like all of the sudden, like, it's like from the dread I felt pre-game about, oh yeah, Saquon's just gonna run with that narrative of his. Saquon's gonna slander the Giants. He's gonna make us the laughing stock of the league. Like that. To now, like the whole country's praising us. The whole country is like, oh my god, Cam Scaboo's so exciting. Jackson Dart is so brilliant. And so he's gonna be a stud. He might be rough around the edges right now, but he's gonna be a stud. Like, everyone's praising the Giants universally. It's absolutely it's absolutely wonderful. It's just, I love. It felt so good to finally be praised as a team, and it felt good. It felt amazing. And so we'll get to the implications and what this all means in a bit, but we'll get to like all my post-game thoughts in a bit, but let's chug another beer in the meantime. Lamau, they got ass. I didn't even see that in the top chat because it got censored. I need to figure out. So Miori Celesta has a whatchamacallit, like, turns her live chat. It has much less of a filter, and I'm trying to figure out why it's not. Oh shit. I don't know how she's able to make it so that it's less strict, so that's a cuss words don't get moderated so much. OP, my bad. No worries. Like, look, I'm very happy to trash the Eagles. Oh, okay. So, okay, that's a little dangerous to not hold any comments. I wish there was just sort of like a white list, so I was like, you can cuss on my channel, just don't use like slurs. I'm trying to figure that out right on the spot here. But whatever. Sidebar behind layer 256 on this canvas. Oh geez, hopefully hopefully the art is looking good at least. I know people always be suffering about how many layers they got on their art piece. Be right back. I'm gonna go grab a fourth beer. Sorry, I was just checking on something because there is a little bit of wonkiness. Oh shoot, I never... Did I never? Oh, never mind. Okay, no, we're good. Anyways. Gotta learn how to know when to merge some of them. Yeah. I wouldn't know. I don't draw, unfortunately, but I know. Oh, there's a lot of artists that have trouble with like a trillion different layers and forgetting which layer they're on. Remember when there were learn words we discovered Top Chat weren't let through, despite being relatively innocent? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that next time. I do have it on the lowest level of moderation, but I wonder if I should just take it off all the way. The issue with taking it off all the way is that then I can get spammed hard. Whereas like okay, like basic moderation, okay, it won't let like one or two innocent chats through, but it will also leave out all of the spam and all of the really horrible words out. So it's like it's tough because I know like Twitch, like that's one of the few, like I dislike a lot of how Twitch runs, but at the very least their moderation is like, oh, we blocked this message for saying ass, for saying shit, for saying like, you know, relatively common, just normal dirty words. But then, and it's like, oh, you can let this through, you can unban this word, you can whitelist this word if it's okay to like cuss in your chat every now and then. And so it's like, okay, like they should have that for YouTube. Like honestly, there's so much basic shit. I mean, I don't know how basic it is to program it, but there is a lot of basic shit they could do on YouTube to just immediately make them better than Twitch. But they just don't do it. It's a little bit frustrating. I have put 12, soon to be 13 days of drawing on this canvas and aiming to get to 31 without crashing my computer. Oh god. Oh god. Good luck to you. Honestly, just having beer without some snacks is kind of disappointing. Oh yeah, I wish I could have... Oh man, there's this... My coworker and friend got me these delicious like pretzels. They're flaming hot honey mustard. So it's the it's like the Cheeto flaming. Well, it's pretzels, but then it has like the flaming hot dust, that like Mexican style chili lime dust on it, and like a honey mustard dust. It's so delicious. It's so good. That would go great with these beers. Yakitori would go well with Asahi. I'm not one for like pairing drinks with with food, but yeah, beer and yakitori sounds amazing. I definitely merge them for sure, but this Drawtober canvas has like 1 billion sketch layers. Oh god. Yeah, that happened, and it's a shit when it's a point layer. Also, chug, chug, chug. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna chug this, and we're gonna get to like immediate post-game thoughts, which I've talked about on my Twitter. So you probably have seen them before if you check my Twitter, but also like, man, I want to say it out loud because this really was such an important game for the Giants organization as a whole. And it's why, like I already love Jackson Dart, no matter what becomes of his career. I already love Cam Scatterboo, no matter how much what comes of his career. Like, it's like it's not just that winning the game made me happy. It was such an emotional weight lifted off my shoulders for everything. It was such an given the specific context of this specific game and this specific timing, it's like it's another just absolutely important. It was so important for us to get this win, let alone blow them out. And just there's so much to discuss with what happened, what we prevented from happening thanks to the fact that we won this game. The pains of trying to mimic drawing on paper, though funnily enough, today's sketches of my own Sona VTubers lore peak. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome, Moohart. Nice. Did you have a Twitter? I kind of want to see that. Anyways, let's chug this beer. Let's see how we can do. Let's see if we can beat our time. I don't think the last one was as good, but we were more comfortable through it. So I think that was another like 7 to 10 seconds affair. The second one was faster, but the third one was smoother. So I think if we can tie that together, we can set our personal best here. Okay. I think that's like 5 seconds. It had to been like 5 seconds. This is gotta be our record. Oh my god, that sprayed fucking everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, there's gonna be a lot to clean, which I'm not excited about, but I'm just super excited for that. Oh, whew. No Twitter, but my blue sky's on the Autumn Heart, though I have to update my Drawtober thread. Oh yeah, I'm still not on Blue Sky. Honestly, I'm super lazy about making a Blue Sky, mostly because they don't really have an algorithm, which it is the main thing that bothers me. Like, there's a lot that can go wrong with with algorithms for sure, but the main thing that people don't realize about algorithms is twofold. One, that they work. Like if you interact with enough stuff, if the algorithm figures you out, and you can only do that by interacting properly. Like if you truly don't like something, ignore it. If you truly like something, interact with it. It's and then like you do that just even for just a week, you will get a clean feed. And so it doesn't matter how toxic you think Twitter is. It doesn't matter how toxic you've seen some people on Twitter be. Like there's ways to completely remove them from your lives. And then secondly, just like it helps you as the creator, because the issue with things that don't have a real algorithm, like say Twitch, like say Blue Sky, is it is very rich get richer, and that's already that is still true for like YouTube and Twitter. But the thing is, like it's almost impossible to pop off unless there's an algorithm to further push you. Like okay, there's like maybe you do need a little bit of a rolling start where like okay, like 5 people interact with your post, but then like sometimes it just ends there. Whereas like with an algorithm, it's like, oh, to this person's generally limited reach, they got 5 likes, let's try pushing it to more people, see how many more people like it, and then more people like it, and then more people like it, and it keeps spraying and spraying, and it gets pushed more, and suddenly like you can go viral even as a small creator. And then so it's like that's sort of why I've been super hesitant to move to Blue Sky, and it's why I'm like super hesitant to really go all in on Twitch too. Like the Twitch is my secondary platform for sure, and I usually focus on YouTube because of the fact that there's an actual algorithm. Whereas like Twitch has the idea of an algorithm without it being a real algorithm. and like Blue Sky, I remember people telling me that the benefit of it is it doesn't have an algorithm. Like that's a downside. That only works if you're already big, because it's like, oh yeah, there's these big creators where like they already have like 10,000 likes, they already have 10,000 views on Twitter, and it's like, oh yeah, I get even more interaction because it's more focused on Blue Sky. And it's like, sure, but you already had a big following. Whereas like if you're starting from nothing, like it's unlikely that you get more interaction. And besides that, that's not true of everyone anyways, because I saw an artist talk about how like over the course of 24 hours or they got 10% of the number of likes, like the number of interactions compared to just putting it on Twitter. And so it's like, I'm sorry if this comes off as disrespectful, Muhart. I'm sorry if this comes off as like me kind of hating on Blue Sky. It's more just like, it's why I'm hesitant to go on Blue Sky, because I don't know if like people would like me there. Is the main thing. Just because, you know, I am trying to make this I do want to try to make like streaming a full thing, and so like I wasn't sure how worth it really was to make a Blue Sky, but maybe I should anyways, right? So that I'm just airing out why I haven't yet. Also, Twitch is the cane. It's screwing the lurkers and the creators way too much lately. I mean, from the numbers I've been seeing from people, I think it's actually working as intended. People just aren't ready to face the truth yet. You should go to you should check out the video from Devin Nash. He talks about auto view bots, and he he talked about Twitch and the view buying situation and this whole lurker situation, and he found, both from his own research and from independent research, that 40% of viewers on Twitch were fake anyways. They were bots. They're bots, they're view bots, they're spam bots, etc. They're like moderation bots. Like, some people intentionally have a moderation bot in their chat. Ugh. Excuse me. Like 40% of viewers are fake anyways, and so you see all these VTubers talking about like, oh my god, this is ruining our careers, this is ruining our thing, and it is. Don't get me wrong, it fucking sucks for all these people, like all these mid-tier or VTubers who are like in the 50 to 100 range of like it. Like, it truly does suck that they lost like half their viewers, or for like their partner numbers, or like pushing to partner numbers, or like it really truly sucks for even big creators, because as like their self-worth, or not just from like a mental standpoint, but from like a ad standpoint, from a sponsorship standpoint, is based on their live view count. Like, it does suck genuinely, but then also it's like it lines up with the amount of real with it lines up with the amount of fake viewers there are, is the issue. So it's the sort of thing where it's like, I do feel bad for them, but it also is actually, and it's hard to hear, but it's the truth. It is actually working as intended. I'm very against the usual popularity gain and just chillaxing, and the more I've heard about the links, the better, or in case it goes under. Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket type of thing. It's less that I don't believe in don't put your eggs all in one basket, more that I don't feel, at least right now, that Blue Sky is worth putting any eggs into right now. Not mad though, I promise. No, I get you. Everyone has their reasons. Bisky takes the pressure off, but I can definitely understand where the hardcore content trying to grow come from too. Yeah. Moderation bounce didn't even count, but there's a lot of people who do not talk in chat, but they're still there watching and not getting counted anymore. It's tough. Yes. So why I'm saying, in like, the numbers line up, but that doesn't necessarily mean the truth is lining up, because yes, there are some lurkers that are definitely not getting counted, and they've flat out admitted that. But on average, the number of viewers that quote unquote don't count is correct. Now, it might not be the right viewers that are in that group, but it is correct in terms of like where the math checks out to be, which is roughly 40%. And everyone's saying they're losing a little less than half their viewers. Well, 40% is almost half. So yeah. I'm gonna pee, and then I'm gonna talk about after the game, because I'd rather talk about that than Twitch drama, to be honest. I don't like what's happened to Twitter over the years, but it hasn't fragmented like everyone says. Yeah, and that's due to the algorithm. Like I said, like, I unironically love Twitter because of the fact that it's super easy to curate. Where, like, when you if you like a bunch of, say, art, if you like a bunch of art, you like a bunch of, like, say, football stuff, as I've been talking about, or you like a lot of VTuber stuff, you like a lot of whatever stuff, and then you also like hit ignore on, like, hit block on this political stuff, hit block on this toxic stuff, hit block on this specific creator in your space who is very toxic, etc., then the algorithm is constantly tuning itself to the point that you don't even need to do any work, and it'll recommend you new creators you would actually like. It will never recommend you creators who are generally getting blocked by you. It will always, like, you will always, like, I'm not going to, because I kind of don't want to expose the sussy stuff I follow. But it's like, if I were to show you my feed and just scroll for like 2 to 3 minutes, like straight, just literally 120 seconds, 180 seconds of me just swiping up, you would not see much, if any, toxic posts at all, just because I've curated my feed so much. And that's why, like, I unironically still am fine with Twitter, despite the fact that it is very true that there are hyper toxic people there, hyper political people there, etc. But yeah, I really gotta pee. Be right back. Oh god, did I accidentally get rid of my BRB? Oh my god, I think I did. Whoopsie. Okay. Woo. Yeah, understandable. That's just my cozy hideout vibe. Absolutely no worries. Yeah. I get you. I'm just explaining my mindset. Okay. Okay. Yeah, my feed is flight with pixel arts, because I like most pixel arts. Mao looks grumpy. Whoopsie. I'm gonna have dinner be my podcast while I eat. Okay. Yeah, enjoy your dinner, Hack Controller. So, okay, let's realize I can just post them on YouTube as well. Yeah, do it. That'd be awesome. Let me know. Cat has claimed lat. I'm glad your cat can watch me as well. Hopefully your cat finds me relaxing. So post game, and you probably saw it from my tweets. You probably saw even more tweets that you weren't expecting, because of just I was liking just everything in Giants related. Just like everyone cheering, everyone happy, everyone dumping on the Eagles, etc. And just like, it's such a breath of fresh air that just for like 3 days straight, the media's talking about the Giants. Like, oh my God, did you see the Giants game? Oh, Jackson Dart looks so good. They finally found their quarterback. They found their future. Cam Scaboo. Oh, he's so insane. He's like shocking people all the time. You're doing that. People were talking about like there was actually an important drama in the middle of the game, let alone surrounding the game, but in the middle of the game there is a drama because Jackson Dart actually did injure himself by accident, and that was scary for all Giants fans, of course. There is like ever since a lot of incidents that have happened, the NFL has implemented a system. Welcome back, NJ. Yeah, we're talking about the post game now. I just chugged my 4th beer and I think I set my personal best. I think I got it down in 5 seconds. I made a fucking mess though. I kind of need to clean up after this. Because I noticed it got like all over my screen and all over like the walls and shit. Whoops. Yeah, whoops. Yeah, and so the media is talking about it, and then there's this one funny well, I mean, it shouldn't be funny, like we should take this shit seriously, but like the NFL has implemented an independent team that goes to all the games and can pull players off on their own, where it's like, oh, that guy got hit in the head, we need to check on that guy, we need to check on that guy, we need to check on that guy. And so like they can call timeouts and they can pull players for concussions. No holes. Yeah, I mean, when I crack open those beers from here, they spray everywhere. Whereas like if I open them from here, it's safe, but when I crack them open from here, it sprays everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, so our quarterback gets injured. They are checking him for a concussion, and I've talked about before, the Giants have been so bad for so long that, especially at quarterback, that it's like, oh my God, our one hope at quarterback just fucking went into the tent. What are we gonna do? Like, this is horrible. This is gonna be like we can't deal with this. And then so he gets sent into what's called the blue tent, because it's literally a blue tent, and it's there so that doctors can go check on the player and do all that. And it's two things, because of HIPAA, it's supposed to be private anyways, and for two, like coaches shouldn't be able to bias the game. Like, like this is about player safety after all. Like, coaches can't be in there to like try to, he's fine, let's put him out there. Like, no, he could have brain damage. We need to make sure that he doesn't have brain damage. Like that's a no. That's a huge no for a good reason. Like, we want to make sure our players are safe. But so yeah, Jackson Dart injured himself sometime in the middle of the game, so he was out only for 2 plays because it turned out he was fine. But like, our backup goes in, who started as our starter, and he's been bad. Let's just be honest. Like I said, we've been a bad team. We've had bad quarterback play. He's just next in line of the bad quarterbacks before our young kid, our young 21-year-old kid, Jackson Dart. And like he goes in, misses one pass, and is immediately like, boo, 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 boo. Just the entire stadium is just booing him off the field. And to, like, it's funny now that we know that he's okay. But it's obviously not a good look to see our coach, his name is Brian Dable, to see Dable just go into the tents, just screaming at the doctors like, hurry the fuck up. But like, is he fine? I want to go for this. I'm for like, yeah, he's absolutely like losing his shit on the doctors because he knows. Another important piece of context: like this coach might be fired if he doesn't do good this year, and this young kid, this young 21-year-old kid who just injured himself, is his only hope. And so he's like screaming at the doctors and stuff, and it's funny now. It's obviously not good luck. Okay. But yeah. And then also like his teammate also checks into the tent to see if he's okay, and again that's a no because obviously once again it's independent, and it's like like one of my favorite tweets from that night was so our backup who was our star this year, a veteran guy, and he was good. He was one of the best players of all time. It's just that he's so old now that he's no longer good. His name is Russell Wilson. My favorite tweet of the night was, Russ is so ass that half the organization is coming to check on him in the blue tents. It's like, I mean, we really, really shouldn't be joking about that, but that was objectively funny. But yeah, he comes back in. He continues balling out. We blow out the Eagles, all that good stuff. And it's just so awesome seeing the media be on our side for once. Like, oh, the Giants feel like they finally have something. The Giants, Cam Scarabou's insane. He was rolling over defenders. What's wrong with the Eagles? And that was the biggest fuck you of them all. Like, just frankly. Not only did we win, not only did we blow them out, not only did our rookie running back do better than our former star running back that betrayed us, not only did we do that all on national TV, but we completely flipped the script from earlier that week. Remember, Snakequan on our running back our former star running back that betrayed us to go to the hated Eagles, who then won a Super Bowl, was gonna release a documentary about how terrible the Giants are. They abused me. They did all this. And he lied multiple times during that thing. Even before it was released, he's sending out things like, "Oh, I would have played for $10 to $11 million." Bullshit. It was very open that he was looking for more money, and he should be looking for more money, frankly. And we offered him that money. We offered him like 13-14 million like he was expecting. But he declined that to go to the Eagles for about 13-14 million. He was lying about that. He was lying about like, oh, they abused me. They were just trying to use me as much as they could and then get rid of me. You're a running back. It is literally your job to grab the ball and run forward and get hit. Everyone's getting hit. It's football. I don't know. It was very strange for him to complain about being a running back. Because the Eagles did the exact same thing, except they won the Super Bowl, so he's happy about that. Like, if he felt abused by carrying the ball 30 times a game, then he should be complaining about being abused by the Eagles for running them 30 times a game, except they didn't because they won. Like, I don't know. Like he's saying all this like slanderous, dishonest stuff. After 270 layers, I finally lost the layers for. Or do you mean found, or do you mean found? I hope you didn't lose the layer you wanted. Unless you mean it was like a layer that was like you wanted to delete. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, he's lying in his documentary. Oh shoot, let me just check something real fast. Oh, okay. Oh, I know it's present, but I can't find the number it's on. Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Yeah. So yeah, he's just lying all over the place in that, and then also like I just again. So he's planning to release that right after. He planned to release that as a documentary right after the game. Almost assuredly, he thought for sure he was going to win the game, and not just win the game, like blow us out. Just to easily win, easily be the star of the show. They're gonna bring him on the post-game interviews, and just does this mean your sleeves are also soaked with beer? Yes, actually, yes. They're kind of. They're kind of, yeah. Ooh, they smell really nice because they smell of beer. Yeah. I mean, look at the cutting board. Like it's completely dry on some areas, but it's very moist in other areas. Yeah. But yeah, so Snakewan, just. I'm sure he expected this to be an easy win. After all, we haven't won on Thursday Night Football for 10 years. He probably expected to blow us out. The Philadelphia Eagles are an amazing team where we've been a bad team. I'm sure he expected to have a big day. We have a bad run defense. He's a running back. Like I'm sure he wanted to stick it to the Giants so hard by dominating them all over our turf because it was a Giants home game. I'm sure he wanted so badly to drag our names through the mud because of the fact so that we can become the Browns, where we're not just a bad team, but no one feels bad for us. And he failed miserably because now, after the game, absolutely no one gives a shit about his documentary. Everyone is hyping up, oh my god, they found a great running back again. They found on the potential exciting in quarterback. They found on an identity. They found they're like riding high on so many emotions, and not just because they won, but blew the Eagles the fuck out. And it's just like it was exhilarating for the Giants fans, not just because it was a huge win over a rival, not just because as our young players did well, not just because it was on national TV, but because of the fact that like Snakewan could not run the narrative on us anymore, could not turn the world against us anymore. He couldn't even, his Twitter account went silent for a while because he couldn't even tweet about his new documentary because it would look pathetic to whine about the Giants, who look good, who look like the players are excited, who look like the players are thrilled with themselves after this game, because it's like his whole point was to turn everyone against the Giants because, oh, they're bad organization, no one likes the owners, no one likes each other, etc. It's like he's trying to turn everyone against the Giants, but the Giants look so united, so cohesive, that it just doesn't make sense. It would just make him look even more pathetic than he already did. And that, yeah, it's that made me feel good because I shudder to think what the narrative would have been the past few days if he managed to spread his documentary and people are spreading these lies and believing these lies and being like, oh yeah, no, they abused me and this and that, and just dragging the Giants through the mud and just it's like trying to humiliate us as much as he possibly could, and instead we humiliate them. And now the stories are all about what's wrong with the Eagles. Is Jalen Hurts even good? What happened to Saquon? What happened to these players? And it's not just the Giants' ascension. It's a Philadelphia fall. It's an Eagles fall, where it's like now everyone's questioning them. Everyone's questioning, why they're collapsing. Why did they lose to a Giants team which is objectively mediocre? Like it was so comforting to be able to not just be able to gloat, not just be able to be happy for the win, but honestly, Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo are young rookie players, might have saved the Giants more than we will ever know. Even if they turn out they're not good after all. Like maybe the magic wears off for Jackson Dart and he's not a good quarterback after all. Maybe Cameron Scaboo, he is genuinely quite good, but it's maybe because of how physical he is, how many hits he takes, like he's unfortunately gonna have a short career. Maybe these are flashes in the pan after all, but the flash happened right at the right time to prevent us from becoming the laughingstocks of the league. And that's why I was so emotional. That's why I was so thrilled about that game. That's why I don't know if you saw the deleted tweet that I said. I will only say this once, and I will never make a big deal of it. I promised that I would come out if the Giants came out with the win in this game. I will only say this once. I am gender fluid. I identify as gender fluid, and you can use any pronoun on me. That's it. That I'm not gonna make much more of a big deal of that. But yeah, that's how emotional that game was. It made me want to come out. It made me want to talk about it made me nearly cry in the middle of work. It made me just want to talk so much smack to Eagles fans. It made me want to just do it. It made me so happy as a Giants fan that I haven't felt since fucking even it's better than the playoff win. It's better than discovering that I was a Giants fan, and after watching the old Super Bowls, it's better than just it just is. It was such a cathartic it was such a cathartic win that I just don't. It really feels like there's an emotional weight off my shoulders that I've never felt before, and it feels so good to have that win, because as we play the Eagles again 2 weeks from now, that's that could be. That could be a potential revenge game. That could be potentially they blow us out, but it doesn't matter anymore. No one gives a fucking shit about your stupid fucking documentaries. About that stupid documentary, Saquon. We crushed you on prime time, and that was your only chance to try to destroy us. And we fucking destroyed you instead. Oh, it felt so good, man. Cathar, yeah, nice to meet you, Cannon. Nice to meet you. Hello there. Okay, my pronoun is alcoholic. Probably, probably. My pronoun is one too many. Like, oh man, that felt. there's a funny moments in Vikings lore where Stefan Diggs scored the game-winning touchdown on we call it the Minneapolis Miracle, and he was so overwhelmed by emotion that on national public television, and of course a lot of these athletes at least are media trained and very and like try to say the right things, try not to, specifically try not to cuss on air. He said on air in front of a live mic, "Damn that shit." Oh, I missed that. "Damn that shit felt good." Yeah. And that's what I did. The moment I walked out for my lunch break, I just yelled, "Oh, damn, that shit felt good." Because damn did it. Oh my god, it was so... It genuinely is just like one of the most cathartic feelings. Just finally gain one over on the Eagles on prime time on the exact day that Snake One just tried to ruin everyone's reputation for the rest of our lives. Instead, we have we completely turned the tables on him and made him look pathetic, and that feels insanely good. Whew. Was there a fifth chapter? Because I did want to drink a fifth beer, but I don't think there's like a fifth thing to talk about. I guess I can give honest thoughts about the team itself, but that's more like nitty gritty NFL stuff. I don't know if you guys follow NFL, the NFL enough to really care about that shit, so I'm not sure if I should talk about it, but I do want to drink a fifth beer. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna talk about following that fifth beer, but I do at least want to drink that fifth beer. So water redeem. Sure. The water jug is running a little dry, but I can refill that and also use the bathroom. So tell you what, let me use the bathroom and then I'll be right back. Ah, shit. One of the cushions fell off of my headphones, so I'm gonna have to try to reattach this somehow. Oh god. I love of these Sennheiser, what brand is this? HD 280 Pro. The Sennheiser HD 280 Pros are absolutely lovely. I'm no audiophile, so I wouldn't know for sure like how to what extent these are better, but these are some of the best headphones I've ever had. And I've had them for a couple years now. And the reason I bought them was because I was looking up legit no, it's just the cushion, so it's fine if that falls off. These have existed for years and they're still working perfectly fine. It's just that the cushions fall off every now and then. So that's annoying. But yeah, these things are amazing. And I remember like they are expensive, being legit like audio monitors, not just normal headphones. So they were like $200 or something. Maybe no. I think these were much less than that, but I think the comparison was because I know I got it for sale for much cheaper. But whatchamacallit? What am I trying to say here? Oh yeah, so when I was looking up good audio monitoring, good audio monitors, which is to say fancy headphones, I came across an audiophile who said their first true headphones were the Sennheiser, well no, an older model of these, but like Sennheiser like 220s or whatever, like an older model of them, and being amazed by the sound quality. And even as he became an audiophile, when he started spending hundreds to thousands of dollars on better headphones that are even better than that, and like going crazy over his monitors, like when he reviewed us a Sennheiser 280 Pro, the one I have currently, he talked about how amazing they were and how like they're not the best that he's ever had, because he's a legit audiophile now. He knows what the good shit is like. But he's reminded of how good his first ones were, and it's like, oh yeah, this brings me back. They're like the old ones, and they're, for what they are, they're pretty good. And like you know, he has a lot of experience, so they're not the best. In fact, they're like kind of low tier for his standards, but he's still talking lovingly about it because it's nostalgic for him. And so, he's talking about the sound stage, which is to say, like, it feels like you can hear where it's coming from, and like all this other technical stuff. And it's like at the end he was like, yeah, if you're like me and you want the best audio quality possible, I wouldn't get these. But if you're new to this, or you're just looking for the cheapest high quality headphones, you should buy these, because these are the best bang for your buck you can probably get. And it's like, okay, I'm sold there, because like like I said, you can tell he has like a wealth of experience. Like, despite the fact that he's calling them low tier, he also acknowledges why they would sound good to someone who isn't deep into it as him. And so it's like, okay, awesome. And that's why I got these. I have an old pair of Sennheiser. The cushions are replaceable. Yeah, and I have replacements. It's just that this current one is falling off. I like folks talking about niche topic. Go for that fifth beer and the water. Sure. Let's get the water. I can only tell a little. Yeah, I can't really tell that much at all. Yeah, I can't tell much at all because these are my only like super legit it's headphones. I know for a fact that these are very far and away the best headphones I've ever had. But also like they're not so great that I can't appreciate my older stuff. So I still think it's like I mean I haven't gone full audiophile in the sense that I know what's good yet. I just got the best bang for my buck because for like a really good audio setup where I have a legit audio in, not so like I'm not using like a USB mic. I'm using a legit audio interface with a legit microphone and like a legit monitoring device, aka headphones. And then so like I did go the slightly expensive route, but the cheapest possible way to do the expensive route for the best possible audio quality. The best possible audio quality within my budget. And then so yeah, that's why I went to all this trouble. But also like I'm not really an audiophile. I was like, okay, what are the best high quality headphones I can get? What is the cheapest high quality headphones I can get? What is the cheapest high quality mic I can get? What is the cheapest high quality audio interface I can get? And so it's like, yeah, every time for literally all three of those things, I was like the reviews were, yeah, well, this isn't the best product you can get, but in terms of quality to price, this is the best bang for your buck. And I was like, gotcha, I'm getting those then. For me, I go durability. I mean, that's part of it too. It's like these headphones have, like I said, they've been working for years at this point. This mic is very sturdy, very durable, in addition to being like the best bang for your buck. And then like the M2, my audio interface, it's ironic. So it's for music, not for streaming. So that's that's ironically both why it's good and why it's cheap. Because one, it's laser focused on just making your audio sound good. Two, it's laser focused on because it's more for music, like guitar and stuff, or actual singing, as opposed to streaming. Like it doesn't have many features at all, and that's what makes it cheap. Whereas like streaming audio interfaces, like first of all, the audio is actually not as good according to like the audiophile like reviews I saw. Like they're not as good, but for what they're used for, they're like, oh yeah, these are excellent tier for streamers. This is excellent tier if you're a content creator. This is just not good if you're doing music like I do. And so it's like, yeah, like those streamer audio interfaces, like the Go XLR, like the shit, which was the one I really wanted to use, because I know it's because the Go XLR went defunct a recent while ago, and that's kind of the point. I'm still using my music interface because of the fact that it's like it was cheap and doesn't have many features, and I don't need it to have a whole lot of features. Whereas like the Go XLR, which was the streamer audio interface, and it cost like $300 and had so many features, kind of died off because one, it became obsolete. Two, they stopped running updates for it, so you can't actually like use it that effectively anymore. It's kind of outdated now. Whereas like mine, despite being cheap, will always be good because it only does one thing, but it does it very well. Okay, what else can I talk about this game other than like what I want the Giants to do in the future? But that's getting really technical for the people who are non-NFL fans here. Like, Hopefully that discussion doesn't sound boring to you guys, but it's also like I do kind of want to talk about it just to lay off my chest so that I don't sports post too much on my actual Twitter account. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, just need to check another thing. I love hearing talk about also niche interests. I'm seed while dying to my drawing. Okay. Sure. Is there enough to talk about there? Is the thing. Like, I don't know. I guess I'll do it anyways, and hopefully it's interesting to you guys, but it's now getting kind of naggy. But I just, this week has made me so happy. It genuinely has. It's made me so happy to be able to just see my Giants finally be a competent team again, because we haven't been for a decade, and it's been frustrating, especially because our hated rival, the Eagles, have been so. Yeah. Oh, that's what we can talk about, actually. Yeah. But first. Okay. Let's see how fast we can do this fifth and final can. And this will be the final one anyways, because it's my last can. I'm gonna have to restock on beer. Thankfully, I need to restock on a lot of things in terms of groceries. So it should be fine anyways. Let's do it. Fuck. I didn't punch a big enough hole in that one. That was an awful time. Ugh. 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 Excuse me. Excuse me. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. I think I realized why I struggled a lot the first time, and why, ironically, it became easier once I got faster at it. Is because, so, like, look how small the hole I punched for this one is compared to, like, this one. Or like this one. Or, yeah, especially this one. Like, I didn't punch a big enough hole in this one, and that's what makes this so stressful as, like, a first time. Is, like, you really need to, like crack open a big old hole in it to then be able to chug down more, and it's more unpleasant, but then it lasts for a lot less time because it's like, okay, hey, the entire can pours into your mouth in like 3 to 5 seconds, or when it's a big hole. When it's a small hole, it takes like a full 10-15 seconds to drain out into your mouth. And that's what makes it so agonizing. That's what makes it so difficult to breathe, difficult to like chug down, because of the fact that like you don't get a break while it's like when it's pouring in so slowly. So I messed that one up. I messed up my last one. I think my best one has gotta be like 6-ish seconds. Ugh. But there we go. So to answer the question, finally. Would I even call this stream? How fast can a VTuber chug a beer? A VTuber can chug a beer in about 6 seconds. I think I know I can do better than that, but I would need more practice. Ooh. Has anything been going on with Uma lately? I saw a preview for Maruzensky. Yeah, that's the big one for two big reasons, honestly. One, Maruzensky is a very popular character. She's just like a beloved character. People love her for being a sports car fan. Like, I know a bunch of people who are into Formula One and really love her, just because like she's like kind of like, for multiple reasons. One, because she's like the sports car fanatic. She loves driving cars and whatnot. There's a great story with Maruzensky because the real horse, Male, was so fast that he would win every race by like 8 to 10 lengths, which is unheard of. Like, you dominated a race if you win by even like 2 lengths. So to win by like 8 to 10 lengths, it's like, oh, you were like ungodly good. But so Maruzensky is a relatively old horse by comparison, and so like at that time when Maruzensky, the real life horse, was popular, a bunch of rich people in Japan were getting into importing cars from outside of Japan, and so like Ferraris and Contacts and whatnot are becoming super popular on the streets of Japan. And so Maruzensky already had the nickname the Beast, but also got the nickname the Supercar, which is why the Uma Musume character is likes driving sports cars, likes driving supercars, because of that reputation. And then also because as Maruzensky is one of the oldest horses in the game, obviously like tragically that horse has long since passed away due to old age, but you know, Uma Musume, they live forever. Because as the IRL, Maruzensky has got to be one of the oldest horses in Uma Musume. Maruzensky herself is treated like such a boomer. She'll use such outdated slang. She's trying to be cool with all the kids, but she doesn't really have a connection to any of the other characters. And it's so silly and funny, like her trying to fit in with everyone, but she's way too old for anyone to actually like get along with. And it's funny and it's endearing to people because of the fact that she's she's old, she's from that era. And then also, I mean, obviously she's hot. She's a very attractive anime character, and now she's in a swimsuit. So like people really love Maruzensky, and it turns out Summer Maruzensky is very meta. She is going to be one of the best Umas in the game, and so that's that's another reason for people to be so excited about her coming out, is because like if you're a meta chaser, she's also quite good to have. Yeah. So looking to the future for this Giants team, like well, just looking into the future in general, it is very interesting what has happened to the Eagles just in general. Like now people are questioning Jalen Hurts, the opposing quarterback that I've talked about, who's been very inconsistent. Now people are questioning the Eagles as a whole. Someone literally just retired on the Eagles because they're seeing the downward trajectory of the team. Actually, give me a sec. The supercar boom was late 70s, early 80s thing. A lot of the 1984 Transformers are based on popular cars in the era. Oh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. That's awesome, though. Uma has slowed down a bit. Everyone jumped to Battlefield 6 or something. That trailer was so hype. I remember the Girls Frontline Twitter was blowing up about that because it finally felt like we were going back to our roots with the military sims, as opposed to like, oh yeah, Call of Duty's promoting their game with a bunch of celebrities and hyping up the arcadiness of the game and the like high octane action of the game, as opposed to like the gritty war feel of the game. And then so Battlefield 6 really trolled the Call of Duty by hiring a bunch of big name people like an NBA star and various actors, but then blowing them the fuck up, and then like normal generic looking soldiers coming in, and very cool parts, men and women, in just like, who is that? Doesn't matter. And then just like doing cool like actual soldier shit where it's like, oh, take cover, a man down, and just like this gritty wartime thing, but it's still epic as like the soldiers are like shooing back and like taking cover and like trying to take care of their teammates and firing drones at each other, and just like gritty awesome military action and just doing all that. And yeah, I still feel unsure due to one thing, it's EA. For pet projects, it feels like EA is okay. For like the first college football game that they spent 10 years working on, and then like this, like Battlefield, they spent a long time working on it. So hopefully this one is good, but there's always the back of your mind, of course. Anyways. So, yeah. The Eagles' downfall has to be studied because as not only did Saquon like try to like ruin the reputation, and he's up here with the dominant Eagles, like the best team in the NFL, and they're gonna win a second Super Bowl, to now they got blown out by like the bad Giants team. The script is flipped, and like as I said, everyone's praising the Giants. Like even in the post game interview, which I talked about how like Saquon was probably planning to like promote his documentary and just further drag the Giants name through the mud. Like instead, it's Jackson Dart, our young guys, Jackson Dart and Cam Scaboo just taking over the post-game show and like ripping their shirts off and acting like total frat boys and having such a good time. And like everyone's excited, everyone's cheering, everyone's having a good time. It's awesome. And vibes are high in New York, as I've mentioned repeatedly, but then Eagles fans are suffering. Philadelphia is suffering. People are retiring because the season's going so badly now, and like because it's like, okay, they're 4-2, they're still a winning football team. They just out talent a bunch of people, but you can tell it's messy. Like for whatever reason, And like Jalen Hurts is so inconsistent passing. The offense itself is so inconsistent in a lot of ways. The only thing they have is this tush push, which they've been cheating on. So it's like it's not even like a legitimate offense in that sense. And just like now that they're finally taking L's, now that they're finally taking losses, including against a bad Giants team, they're like, oh my god, like there's something wrong with this Eagles team. We really need to get our shit together. And it's like there's so much weird slander with the Eagles. There's this hilarious post where it's like there's like an Eagles fan that went viral because all he did was quote retweet a certain Eagles tweet where he went no because it's Jalen Hurts, the opposing quarterback, one of the characters I mentioned, and now he's becoming relevant because he's been so inconsistent this year. He's at a shoe store like packing shoes for people as part of a charity event, but like that looks so bad after such a devastating loss. It's like, oh yeah, he's not even a good quarterback. Like that's what he's gonna be doing. He's gonna be working retail once he's done at quarterback. And it's like, oh god. Like everyone's saving that video just in case he has a bad game so they can keep throwing it back to him. Just put the shoes in the bag, little bro. Like all that type of stuff. And then it's like once again, like Saquon can't even promote his documentary anymore because now it looks pathetic. It looks selfish. Like players retiring, like I mentioned. There's been drama already within the Eagles where like because of the inconsistent offense, the wide receivers are very disgruntled right now. And so like one of their guys is like sending cryptic tweets and like unfollowed Jalen Hurts and like all sorts of there's all sorts of bad vibes in Philadelphia that's like really funny and interesting because they've been such a good team for so long, and seeing it fall apart in front of our eyes is like very very fun for me, very devastating for Eagles fans. And then for the Giants perspective, obviously like people are riding this high, but we have to be realistic. Like we are still starring a very young quarterback who is only 21 years old, who is still clearly learning the offense, who did kind of wing it through that game to great success. But it's, you know, he's very inconsistent right now, and so it's worth hitting the brakes a little bit and understanding like he might have a few bad games. In fact, he might have a terrible game against the Eagles in a few weeks. But as long as he shows signs of progression, as long as he shows flashes, as long as he shows that like he can handle this league, it will be, that's good enough for me. And then we can slowly build around him to make sure that he's properly good instead of like good for a rookie, you know what I mean? And so like I'm excited to see how we build around him, to see like what moves our general manager makes. He's the guy who hires all the players, and so it's like it feels so good to actually be excited about a Giants team, because it'd be pretty unrealistic to think that someone can't have a bad game. Yeah, exactly. It's, how do I put this? Like, it's, shit, how do I put this? Damn it. Yeah, anyways, like it's, I know there's going to be ups and downs with his development because he's still so young, but it's exciting. Okay, that's my train of thought. It's exciting to know that we finally have something and that we can finally actually feel like we can build something right now, as opposed to like, oh, let's just look forward to April then when the draft happens so we can get another young player and see if they can change things. No, we can actually think about right now. Who can we trade for? Who can we sign for right now? Who can we do this and that with right now? And that's what really feels like in addition to all the catharsis, all of the just the rivalry, all of the emotions from this specific game, it also feels good thinking about the future for this Giants team that I've rooted for years at this point. And like, just they've been so bad for so long, and like, but finally feeling like instead of being the laughingstock of the league, instead of all this nonsense happening to us that just means we just have to keep waiting to get lucky. We have something to root for. We have something tangible that we can build around, and now see how we can build around it. See if we can trade for a wide receiver. If Chris Olave is a player for another team that's we've been linked to a lot, or like Garrett Wilson is a disgruntled superstar, or like you don't have to know any of these people, just know they're very good football players. And it's like for once, we're not the ones selling our good football players away to try to get young players in the draft. We're now someone who can try to buy new players, or to buy veteran players who will play for us, who are good for us. And that just feels good. It feels good to finally be in that mode, which a lot of teams are in, as opposed to the just hoping and praying mode, you know? But yeah, that is the story of why I've been so happy since Thursday. Just absolute elation from one of the lowest points I've had as a fan of the New York Giants, because of the fact that it was such a dark time for so long. It really was. But then to have such a great game, to blow out our hated rivals after so long, to then like to then like to blow our hated rivals, to then like actually feel genuine hope for our team. It's just like, it feels good. It feels really good. So yeah. Welcome to the we are so back era for your team. Yeah, no, it really does feel that way, and it's been a long time since I felt that way. Never really understood the culture of contracting players to a team that aren't part of the hometown state or city. I mean, that's sort of the thing. It is a melting pot, but the thing is, like, if you did that, you would be very limited. So it is cool to be able to say, like, oh, this kid from Arkansas is now gonna be part of your New York team, to like assimilate into the culture and win there, or like this Kansas City. I mean, it is cool when there is a local element to it. Like, oh, this Kansas City kid gets to stay in Kansas City to play for the Kansas City Chiefs. Or like this California kid is now the icon in Buffalo, New York, because of the fact that he developed and is so good. And it's like you just want the most talented players as possible, and that's what the draft is all about. And that's why the draft is so exciting for the NFL, is because Like you have these great players from all across, these young great players from all across the country, whether they be from Arkansas, California, New York, Florida, wherever, Ohio, wherever. And then, like, no matter which team it is, the Kansas City, Philadelphia, Las Vegas, Seattle, whichever team is picking them, like, you get this kid from Ohio, you get this kid from California, you get this kid from Maine, you get this kid from North Dakota, and you bring them together to represent the city of Kansas City, the city of New Jersey. I mean, that's a state. East Rutherford, New Jersey. You bring them in to represent Miami, and it's so cool to see all this talent spread out through the league, as opposed to like, okay, only local. Because that's the issue with college football, is it is very biased, because college football is actually the same way. Like, okay, if the kid from California is hella good, the Miami team's gonna go drag his ass from California and bring him to Miami. If that kid from Maine is good, he's gonna go to Texas. Like, it's like these kids are getting dragged all over the place in college too. So it's not just an NFL thing. And they can still, as you say, Poke, like, represent the community they come from. Like, whatchamacallit, one of our star pass rushers is from Oregon, and he likes to represent Oregon wherever he goes, despite the fact that he's a current New York Giant. And so that's cool. Like, it's something Oregon can be proud of, because Oregon doesn't really have a football team anyways besides their college team. So there's that too. I'm gonna head to sleep. Good luck with the stream. Thank you, Hacker Troller. I think I was close to done, but I still had a lot to talk about. So there's still a little bit to talk about, but I had my 5th beer. I've had all the beers I can drink tonight. And it's not even that I don't want any more beers. Honestly, I kind of want to make one more drink. But I am out of beer. So we're getting close to the end, but we're not sure if we're fully at the end. Tiny sidebar for finally day 12 is done. Hell yeah. What are the themes for your, like, Drawtober? I don't know what they're called. Let me know in chat. I'll read it in a bit, but I really need to use the bathroom again. To quote Vtuber, I really like, the seal has been broken. Once you pee the first time after drinking a lot, you can't stop peeing. So apologies, but I do really need to use the bathroom again. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Sorry about that. Oh my god. Yeah, that just talking about this game, talking about all this stuff just makes me so happy. Like, I'm so freaking happy that my Giants are finally a competent team again. So, yeah. I do think there's not much more to talk about, but I did want to make one last drink to really just celebrate this W, to celebrate this win. And I thank you all for like listening to my story, just listening to my weird sports obsession, my weird just the amazing the thing that made me so happy as a Giants fan, because it really is just the first time I felt just genuine happiness in a while following this team, and it feels so good, man. It really just feels so good, man. I can't believe that I can feel happy for my team for so long. I forgot to grab a lemon. I do need to grab a lemon, but we will make this drink. Yeah. Encore. I genuinely hope that you actually think my voice is good and not that you're kind of just glazing me. Inktober. Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's the name of it. I've been getting them from a list. There's 2 different themes each day to choose from, and I've been doing them both like a madman. Okay. Blood Hellhound, Moth Stars, Caverns Runes, Bones Incarnation, Demon's Vision, Decay Tower, Golem Necromancer, Ghost Talismans, Alchemy Ingredients, Mirror, Dagger Possession, Cloak Magic. Of course, it was nice. I enjoy hearing peeps about their interests, their passions, the things that make them happy. Yeah, I thank you for that. It really did feel good. This is not the sexiest lemon in the world. It is kind of getting up there in age, but it should be good enough. Hopefully this section, or maybe this section, is good enough for a lemon peel. I'm gonna peel the lemon right away because I do need to use this lemon. So I'm gonna peel it right away and then try to save it for later. So I'm gonna put that next to the thing. You always want to peel your lemon or whatever citrus next to the glass you're about to serve it in, so that some of the oils just splash onto it. And we're just gonna save this for now. I'm gonna say aside. "13's a storm mask, but I'm exhausted." Great work so far. At least. Oh shit. Okay. Put that over there. Speaking, day 9 is also 100% Full Metal. Oh my god, I love Full Metal. I need to finish Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was so freaking good. Just one of the best anime I ever watched of all time, and I haven't actually finished it. So that kind of speaks to how good it was. Speaking of algos, I hit For You for the first time in a while, and I'm getting a lot of indies. Oh yeah, I've actually discovered a ton of indies thanks to the For You. Like, the thing is, like, people don't realize that the algo works. The algorithm genuinely works. They only ever talk about it when it doesn't work, when it doesn't. So like when it does suggest something that seems off, that's when, oh my god, the algorithm is like screwing me over again. The algorithm is so stupid. Like what, like they show me, I watch one video of this and they show me a trillion of this, but then it's like, okay, but then you watch, let's say you did want to binge watch a bunch of that content, and suddenly you're not going to complain about that. Like, people only complain about the algorithm when it's inconvenient, but every other time it is working as intended. I'm so sorry for clogging trap. Don't. Absolutely don't. Like, I'm happy to have anyone who's active. And like, even if you're lurking, I appreciate you too. I appreciate you greatly. It doesn't matter if you're here to lurk because you're using me as a podcast, or if you're here to chat, that's awesome too. I remember the citrus oils from last time. Yeah. That's I mean, I'll repeat that every time just in case there's a new viewers or whatever. But yeah, you always want to be able to get as much of the citrus oils into your drink as possible, because there is a lot of flavor in the skin of the citrus. So we're gonna take one full lemon worth of juice. Well, shit. Okay. I just knocked over my stack of beer cans. They're empty, so it's not like they made more of a mess than I've already made, but they did spill over. And so I should clarify, we are making a New York sour right now. Rather, not just a New York sour, a New York Giants sour right now. So something to celebrate my team. Just in case that wasn't clear. The New York Giants are the team I root for. And so there's a drink called the New York Sour. We are going to make the New York Giants Sour. And it's a very cool drink. Hopefully this turns out well. 1 ounce roughly of lemon juice. 1 ounce of simple syrup, and I do mean simple syrup here. I think you want to use a clear syrup here. You don't want to use like a fancy Demerara syrup or anything else, because of the fact that you want to preserve the flavor right now. Not the flavor, the color right now. It won't be as rich in flavor, but it will be. It will still be important to balance out all the flavors, and it will add to the flavor. Now, I'm trying to decide how much I want to put of this, but I'm gonna start with 1/2 ounce of blue curacao. It isn't long to marathon it, not sure, but the algorithm gives me random spider videos. You probably were watching a bunch of maybe animal stuff. Animal Kingdom stuff. Now, blue curacao in general paints drinks blue, but it's not a particularly good flavor, if we're being honest. Blue curacao is there to paint your drink blue. That's what blue curacao should do for your drink. Because blue curacao in general is not a particularly good a particularly good curacao, which is to say orange liqueur. It tastes orangey. Should I wonder if I can deviate. No, I probably shouldn't for the sake of purity. Let's go with some Angel's Envy bourbon. full pour of that. So 2 ounces of Angel's Envy. Hopefully that doesn't block. It's kind of in front of my tracker. Okay. That should be it, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that should be it. Yeah, no. A whiskey sour is a very simple drink. So this is basically a whiskey sour, except that we add blue curacao to make it blue. Probably should have turned that light on sooner. But okay, so we got our ice. Let's just shake this with ice. Okay, good 12-second shake for me. I've mentioned before, it's kind of a feel thing. You have to know how your own ice behaves to know what your sweet spot is. For me, it is about 12 seconds. And then we just strain this into the glass. I wish that turned out more blue. I do wish that turned out more blue instead of like swampy green. You know what? Okay. Because I really want this to turn out right to like properly celebrate this. And I normally don't like pouring too much blue curacao and stuff. I'm going to put another ½ ounce of blue curacao in that. Just to see if we can get that to be more blue. Oh, so it looks a little swampy from my end, but it looks pretty blue from my stream preview end. That does look good on camera. It just doesn't look good IRL, weirdly. Okay, and then we're gonna spritz our lemon in there. So add a little bit of that flavor. And then the final part, what makes this a New York giant? So, okay, I should start with what makes this a New York sour is that a normal whiskey sour is very simple. It's just 2 ounces of whiskey, some amounts of simple syrup, that's to taste, and then lemon juice. That's a whiskey sour. That is a basic whiskey sour. What makes it a New York sour is if you float some red wine over it. And when you float anything, you're gonna want to take a bar spoon and like dip it very slightly into the drink, and then pour your wine directly on the back of the spoon so it distributes slowly so it can actually float instead of mixing into the drink. And normally, because of the whiskey, it would be a yellow tinge. But because we're making this a New York Giants thing, New York Giants wear blue uniforms, therefore they are big blue, as we call them. We have the New York Giants sour. Let's go Big Blue. Boy, that's lovely. Even with the blue curacao, like I said, blue curacao isn't really the most high quality of spirits. It's not really a very high quality just a liqueur at all, just because it's a pretty sugared up and diluted down on version of curacao, so it doesn't really, it tastes more like candy orange than it does like actual orange. But it's balanced enough, it's moderated enough by everything else that's in it. Just the whiskey itself. Yeah, that layering effect is so cool. Both in terms of visuals, as you saw, but also in terms of the... I wonder if you can see that better. Nope, I think it did need the light. Both in terms of the visuals you saw, and in terms of the flavor profile itself, because the whiskey is just very front and center, very much emphasized in this drink. It's a very spirit-forward drink. So you get, with Angel's Envy, that peanut butter jelly sandwich. You get a lot of peanuttiness, you get oak, you get jelly, you get fruit paste, you get baking spices, but then you get like that candy orange from the blue curacao, and it's actually quite, it honestly isn't that unpleasant. Yeah. And then the red wine, like this is a very nice port wine. It is a very... It adds this sweetness, it adds this like velvety bassy note to the bottom of this drink. That the fact that it's separate instead of mixed in means that it is the red carpet. Like we're walking down Broadway. Like imagine like, you know, celebrities walking down that red carpet. You're on that red carpet now. You feel like you're just standing on that lovely soft red rug as you just so silky, so velvety, so smooth as you get down to like the flashing lights, the cameras, the Broadway feel of just like, you know, just all those powerful flavors, that strong whiskey flavor, all of it, just like the complexity of it, of like, yeah. Ooh, yeah, no, the candy orange is doing a lot of work there. So it's like the blue curacao is kind of like the up and coming actor who's just like excited to get out on the stage. It's its first acting role, and like everyone's taking pictures of him, and it's like, yeah, he's basking in it It's like he's kind of showboating a little bit because you know he's super excited. You got that blue curacao taste of like the fake orange and the fake like sweetness and like the super like I exaggerate orange flavor. But then comes the star of the show, walking out the limo more subtly, and paired with the red wine of like the velvety, silky smoothness right underneath comes like the oaky flavor and the baking spices, and then the peanutty flavor that bourbons usually have, and then the fruit jam, and just like you have the blue curacao out in front, so excited, and then you have the veteran, the actual aged delicious whiskey, you walking down the aisle, acting like he's been there before, acting like he's doing it, and so the blue curacao does get muted right away to lend itself. So the blue curacao is the first thing you taste, and it is pretty aggressive, but then you get to a very refined, very tempered, very complex flavor of your good whiskey. Angel's Envy is pretty good stuff. It's like $40. So it's like it is pretty high quality whiskey, and it still gets the shine despite watering it down with the wine, with the blue curacao. And it's so nice to be able to walk that walk with also like this ain't cheap. It's not expensive either. Like it's one of those, to use the analogy again, it's like one of those it's one of those veteran side characters. Like it's one of those actors who has only ever done side character roles. He's never going to be a main actor, but he's very good at his job. He's so good at his job. He's so good at being like the main side character. And then so like you know, you got the young brash talent in the blue curacao in his first acting role, or just showboating, and then you get the cool, calm, collected veteran in the whiskey, and then he's guided along by the cool, calm, collected veteran side actor who's also, well, in fairness, very talented, very famous in his own right. And it's so, for being a flashy drink because it's so blue, for being layered with the blue and the red because of the layers between the blue curacao and the wine, it's not a TikTok drink. Like I feel like lately there's a friend of mine who keeps adding me who is posting a lot of TikTok drinks where they're like, oh yeah, look at this cool cocktail they made, look this cool smoothie they made for like Uma Musume or like other anime characters. And it's so like, frankly, they just sound like bad drinks, like, to be quite honest. Like it's because all they're doing is trying to make them visually look like the character. It's like, oh, it's the same colors as the character, and we put little decorations on top to like, oh, here's the hair clip with like a little cookie in the shape of the character's hair clip, and like the colors of the drink are the same color as the character. And it's like, sure, it looks cool, but it doesn't sound like it tastes any good. But like, it's gonna get like hundreds of thousands of clicks on TikTok because it looks good. The New York Sour, the New York Giants Sour. And I won't claim to have invented this. Brian David Marshall, who unfortunately isn't on Twitter anymore. I mean, knowing him, good on him for quitting Twitter. He's better on Blue Sky. I did just for Brian David Marshall, I would go on Blue Sky, by the way. But anyways, like, Brian David Marshall is the one who invented this drink, not me. But he is a very good bartender in his own right. And yeah, this cocktail is an actually good cocktail while also looking very good and representing the Giants, having that blue tinge, having that blue main color, having that red tinge like our classic uniforms. And then of course being based on a New York sour. So a New York sour is just a normal whiskey sour, not blue, with red wine on top. So like it makes sense for it to have the red wine. But like the New York sour is the New York sour just on its own, and then the New York Giant sour that Brian David Marshall invented and I'm showing you now is just a perfect is a perfect cocktail for both showing off because it is such a beautiful blue and red color, and tastes really good because it is still a refined cocktail. It is still a classic. It is still a true, like, it is still built with taste and flavor and tradition in mind while also looking good. And that's way more important because I think TikTok style drinks are focused purely on visual appeal alone, and the New York Giants cocktail is both built on appearance and flavor, and it's so good. I need to buy me some more port wine. As you can see, we're actually running low. And there is a certain drink that involves port wine that I still haven't worked up the courage to talk about yet, but it's probably the most important drink I'll ever have. It's definitely one of my favorite drinks ever. Not just that, it's a very biased opinion given my emotional attachment to the drink, but it's also such a good drink that's like I genuinely think it's worth showing you one day, but I'm a little scared to talk about it still. But hopefully one of these days I can. Definitely if I ever become a big VTuber, if I can make it into like some smaller corp or Phase Connect. No, I don't think Phase Connect will ever open a mail branch because I've heard from... I shouldn't say that out loud. But I've heard from some people that like part of it is that they are very much not planning to hire males, which is fair given the state of the VTuber community. I would join Niji if it meant into helping out because like ultimately like I do want to that reach. Like I do think it's important. So, like I do want to talk about stuff, and the more people I can talk about with it, the more like it's easy to talk about. I mean, if I could join Hollow Stars, like that would be a dream come true, but I don't know. Hololive seems like an exclusive club too because of the fact that like Hololive is lately it feels like they only pick people who already have a huge following anyways. Like they didn't need Hololive, but then Hololive recruited them anyways, so it's like yeah. Oh my gosh, Filtersy, hi, how you doing? Manifesting the blue da ba dee ba da 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 ba dee da ba da ba dee da ba da. Whoa, seeing that thing travel in the circles are cool as hell. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, no, the New York Sour is one of the coolest drinks ever, and it's one of the few layered cocktails that actually taste really good too. T, it's unfortunate that you came because it's right at the end. So, The Niji boys came through last year's firestorm basically unscathed. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't want to talk about drama, especially because like this whole sequence, it's the whatchamacallit, the sleeves got way too moist. I rolled them up. I'm trying not to talk about any drama because this is a happy day. This is this is the New York Giants day, and it's all good. But still, like I'm so glad for all of you who have come. I'm so glad for like everything I've done so far, and I've been excited for this is the most excited I've been for a stream for so long. It genuinely has. It's been so exciting to be able to just talk to you guys about my New York Giants. I'm literally even like, how much can I expose without accidentally doxing myself? Like, can I like try to show this off real fast? Like, I'm just trying to stretch my clothes. I'm just trying to stretch my clothes real fast to see if you can like see my jersey. Maybe if I like move off the chair. Oh god, please don't dox myself. Please don't dox myself by accident. You see like the number 13 I'm wearing? Like the 13? The 13, do you see the number 13 I'm wearing? I just realized that camera is really tilted. I need to fix that. I figured as much. I was preoccupied with other things, but I wanted to show up and say hi. I'm glad, T. I'm glad. It's I love that you're here regardless. I'm very appreciative that you're here, no matter the case. If anything happens, then I will simply not see it. I appreciate you, Moo Heart. Oh, 13, I'm blind. You can see it. Okay, yeah. I hope the Giants jersey was unscathed, but I can always wash it. I think it did get splashed a little bit, but I mean, these things are meant to be like roughed around with intentionally, so it should be fine. But yeah, like Odell Beckham Jr. That's Odell Beckham Jr. is the player on my jersey, and I really like him. Like he was one of my first favorite players of all time, and so like, yeah, he's the only player. Well, he's one of two, but the other one is a joke. I buy it because of how bad things have been lately, but he's one of the few bright spots of the New York Giants, and it's why I bought his jersey, was because he was like the only good and loyal player to the Giants for a long time. And just, if I feel proud to be able to actually be able to wear this more often. Yeah. And so that's that was an entire stream based on chugging beers, but in truth, more about like playing more about being able to talk about the New York Giants. So I'm glad y'all were fine with listening to that. I hope the beer chugging was at least entertaining in case it wasn't. And like, man, it was fun to be able to celebrate by chugging down a bunch of beer. So, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for listening to me. I appreciate all of you for just like hanging around and just listening to me yap, listening to me drunkenly yap, and I've been so happy this week. It genuinely, it's been so happy this week, and it's been topped off by being able to talk about it with you guys and to share in my excitement, because I really do. It really does feel good to be able to just share this happiness with other people. And it really does feel good that like anyone cares about this sort of shit, because it's like I don't really get to talk that much about my sports team, because no one here is a New York Giants fan. No one locally to me is a New York Giants fan. There hasn't been a good reason to be a New York Giants fan. Like even in New York, like kids in New York don't really follow the Giants because the Giants have been so bad for so long. And it feels so good to actually get to talk about them in a positive light for the first time in what feels like too long. And it was fun being able to get drunk on beer with you guys. Like drinking so much beer is always a good time. It's always like nice to just be able to chug down some beer or chat, have a good time, and feel good. And then I still got to mix the drink for you guys. I got to show you a really cool looking drink in the New York Giants cocktail and a New York Giants sour. And it's like, feels good. It feels good. It is one of the most cathartic W's I've ever felt in my life. And I'm glad I was able to get to talk to you guys about it. And I'm glad just to be able to start a stream and talk about anything to anyone. So, I appreciate you guys. I genuinely, truly appreciate you guys. I'm so fucking happy. Like I'm being unironic. I'm completely unironic when I like reference that clip. I mean, like I'll let you listen to the full clip because like it genuinely unironically is how I feel. It really is just a happy feeling in.
I am on cloud 9. I am feeling good. It was you can't make me frown today. It's impossible. Life is good.
Life is good. Life is good. You cannot make me frown today. I am on cloud 9. It's impossible to make me frown today. Life is good. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on YouTube, I am ending stream now. If you're on Twitch, just hold on for like a minute or two longer and I will raid you into someone. I don't know who yet.